Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey,
tell me, oh tell me. Tell me, oh tell me. Tell me, oh tell me. Tell me, oh tell me.
What's your talking to? You ready to go, Jen? You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey,
You know you love me. Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. It's Friday, y'all. It's time for the throwdown. Hopefully we get a chance to have it, baby. But look like y'all trying to get it there. Cause we got a lot to argue about. We got a lot to argue and debate about. We do. But anyway, I ain't about to waste y'all time. So welcome back to the So What You Think channel, where we talk about all things beyond the gates. And tonight is Friday night, which means you already know what time it is. It's time for the Friday night family feud and fish fry. Listen, we're not rushing off tonight. This is the night we sit, we talk, we laugh, we debate, we argue. And if we need to, if y'all want to do it, we're going to open up the doggone panel. So come on in, gatekeepers. Go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you're new over here tonight, because I've been putting up stuff over there on TikTok. If you're new from the Tickety Talk, make sure you say hi down in the comments and tell me that you got here from TikTok. TikTok got me here. So that we can give you your grand welcome over here so you know how we do it. And we ain't got a whole lot of rules. We don't be cussing and can on. We don't be doing all that, but we do argue. But we argue like grown-ups. Because we like to talk about these doggone Duprees like they real over here. We act like they real when we get into it. Okay? Because we know they not. So don't be thinking there's something wrong with us. We already know they not real. But we like to argue about them like they real. This safe gossip over here. This safe gossip, because we talking about people that don't exist. We just talking about characters. But baby, we be letting them have it. You hear me? So anyway, come on in, get comfortable. Send me some love. Send our moderators some love. Put some hearts up in the chat, if you will. Let me see. Let me get mine going across the screen. I like to put mine on the screen. But if y'all want to put some hearts in the chat, if you want to send them across the screen, send the moderators a little love. Hello, moderators, and the rest of the gang. What y'all bring to the fish fry? I bought a pound cake. I bought a lemon pound cake. I did. I ain't supposed to have it, but that's what I bought. And gonna get some and eat. Okay. Shout out to everybody who's joining us live now, and to anyone that's in the replay gang later. We see you too. You know you part of the show too. So make sure you drop down in these comments, because the comments is where the conversation keeps going. Now listen, we're already a couple of super sticker super chats into unlocking the panel. I'll see when I go through here to see who's in here. But we need 5 to unlock it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cinco it's going to take to unlock the panel, baby. And once we unlock the panel, it's on and popping. It's on and popping, because I got some stuff to argue about tonight. I don't know about y'all. But somebody leaving here mad tonight. I don't care. Get your blood pressure medicine together. I took mine. Make sure you done took yours, because we're about to get into it, okay? All right, y'all. Let's see. All right. Let me get down here and see which one of you all have decided to be gatekeepers tonight by making a comment down in the comments section. And remember, if you're new, let us know this is your first time listening or commenting. All right, y'all. Let me get my romper room mirror out and see who in here.
so typing in the comments.
Well, Jasmine Williams is typing in the comments, and she says, "Hey to y'all." Elaine says, "Welcome back, Belinda. I hope your son is better." Yes, Belinda. How is your son doing? I do hope that he's doing better as well. Kelly S says she bought some pralines. Girl, some pecan praline. Hold on. Hey, Kelly S bought some praline. Girl, don't be talking to me about what my diet is. Stay out of my business and put me some of them pralines, them pecan pralines. Put me 2 of them aside. Put 3 aside. Anyway, I'm gonna make sure that hold on, I'm dropping stuff. I'm gonna make sure I eat that. It's your fault, Kelly S, for bringing it in here. Now I got to have them put me 1 or 2 or 3 to the side, girl. Let's see. Del J is in the house as well. Jasmine says she bought tuna macaroni salad. Jasmine, tell us why your tuna macaroni salad is all that. I'm gonna need some explanations on this one. My mama used to make this all the time, but tell me, why should we be excited about the tuna macaroni salad? Now, just let me know, girl. Let us know what you putting in it. Let us know. Let's see. Linda said tonight she got catfish, collard greens, and cornbread tonight. All right then, catfish, collard greens, cornbread. That sound good. That sound real good. KB Mommy says a collective hello to everyone. I can't do individual hellos right now. Girl, what you busy? What you over there doing, KB? KB been busy. KB ain't even had time to come over here and play with us, really. She busy. She doing, the girl, is you cheating on us somewhere? Let us know what's going on. Let us know what's going on, girl. All right. Linda says, greetings to Kelly S. Beaslow, Peggy, Below DD, Raven Maniac, Elaine T, Myrtle Tinsder, KB Mommy, and Miss Belinda Hill. And Miss Lil is in the house, and she says hello to everyone. I know that one says Raven Maniac. Raven Maniac says, while we wait for the debate, let me say that Kitty Cat should definitely be on Shaded Haley's case to try to bail out timid Thomas, who put Haley up. You just wait till they start picking with Tomas, baby, because y'all don't want it with Cat. You don't want it with Cat when Cat loves somebody, baby. Bill. You gonna mess around, let Haley get you caught up. Because now Cat got to go prove where your woman is wrong. Y'all do best to leave it alone. You fighting with the bees. As Leslie said today, you poking at the bear. And she's the freaking bear. Okay. I'm just saying. Elaine says hello to everybody. Raven Maniac says hello, fellow gatekeepers. Miss Jen. Wait, I got to do this. You know, sometimes I like to do it in what I think your voice sounds like, Raven. So here we go. Hello, fellow gatekeepers and Miss Jen and Mod Squad. I'm over here patiently and poignantly pondering the events of the week. As I take my seat, I will try to be discreet while I sip on my sweet BTGT. Can you dig it? Elaine says, hey, gatekeepers. Below DD was the first one to hit us with a super sticker. Thank you so much. But she says, I'm not feeling the greatest, but wanted to contribute to the open panel. I'll mostly be in the bushes. Feel better, Miss DD. Feel better, DD. Feel better, DD. Also, Myrtle Tinsler has hit you all with a super sticker. So that's 2. So we 2 down, 3 to go. And let's see. Peggy has also put a super sticker in here too. That's 3. So it's 2 to go. Elaine said, here you go. My support for the good night. So that's 4. 1 more to go. And y'all will unlock the thing. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure all of these are highlighted so that I can. Now, why can't I? Oh, there it is. I'm about to say, why I can't highlight her? Okay, there you go. Okay, so that's 4. So let me check in here and make sure they're where they need to be. Okay, so we got Below DD, Myrtle Tinsder, Peggy, and Elaine. These are our sponsors tonight for your panel. We have 1 more to go. And once that happens, you all be sure to thank them, because it is because of them that you will have a chance to get up here and say what you got to say tonight. They want to hear your mouth tonight. They do. But don't come up here if you don't want to smoke tonight, because tonight I feel like letting all my emotions and feelings out. I to. I might take out some of my aggression on y'all this evening, so don't come up here if you don't want it. Okay. All right. I think I shouted out everybody that was in the chat. Let me just go all the way back up to the top and make sure I didn't miss anybody. So we had Miss Lil, Linda, Myrtle Tinsler, Kelly S. Beeslow 6 is in the house. He says, good evening, Miss Jen, all your support staff and gatekeepers. Thank you so much. You part of the support staff too, Below 6, because what we going to do without y'all? Nothing. Everybody, moderators, everybody. All right, so I think I covered everybody that's down. I said Myrtle. So I think that's everybody that's down in the chat so far. Despite his thick-headedness, I'm going to let that slide, Elaine. Because I feel like whatever this is, this was about Bill. But I'm going to let that one slide. I'm going to let it slide. Slide. Oh, baby, slide. I am. All right, you guys, don't forget, one more to go, and then we unlock the panel. But I'm about to get into the review so that y'all got time to think about it. Okay, here you go. Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. I got some mail today I meant to open. Now I got to sit here like I can't open it till a certain time now, but I get my chance to open it. And y'all hear a bunch of paper crumpling. You know that's what's going on. I'm like, I got to see what's in this package. But okay, anyway. All right, y'all, let me slide up here and tell y'all what happened. You know, I get tired of y'all coming over here using me for gossip like I'm the only one be talking about these Duprees. Y'all be talking about them too. Y'all just have made me a gossiper. I don't be gossiping like this. I do not. KB said, I'm trying to support, but I'm having trouble shaking my head. Girl, you good. Okay. And she says, thank you to all of the supporters for tonight. She says, I mean, Bill not getting the clue. Okay, I get you. It don't matter if y'all want to choose to get into it tonight, you know, you can get into it. Miss Jen and gatekeepers, my son just came home today. He's been diagnosed with a congestive heart condition and has to have a procedure to have a stent placed. Thank you, everyone, for your prayers. Well, we're praying also for his recovery behind that, and that whatever happens with the stent, that it helps him to feel better and to be able to get stronger and better afterwards. But we know we're always nervous about any kind of surgeries or anything, Belinda. But, we trust in God that everything is going to turn out for the greater good. Okay. All right, KB. If you do, let me know, because I have to look. I don't get notifications on my phone like that. Linda says she's continued prayers for your son, and so does Elaine. All right, you guys, let's get into what happened today. So here we go, right? Leslie did not like Vernon insinuating that she ain't got no class. In the words of Sweet Daddy Williams' girlfriend, I got class. Just flew in on a 747. This alligator purse costs this much money. She got class. Don't be talking to her like she ain't got no class, okay? But she said, here I am standing in a club that your father has established for people to be built up in. And here you are tearing me down. Your father would roll over in his grave if he could hear you. And then Vernon says, one thing Paul Cheeks Dupree instilled in me was never to suffer fools. And I'm sure he would be proud of me for never doing that. And then he walked away. I was like, well, that was a nice little bougie read, wasn't it, though? That was a nice little bougie one, too. It was. I live for the bougie 1, 2, 3. I do. But anyway, he had to go and give it to her. He did. Now, after that had happened, some of my pictures out of sync, so give me a second. Anita and Bill are still talking. And hold on, let me take this comment down, you guys. Hold on. Okay, I'll let you guys continue to chat down there while I continue to go through these pictures. Okay. So now Bill and Anita are still talking, and turns out she wants Bill to be co-executive. Now, hey, bougie ones. This is Linda and Bilo Didi. I know you tired. And KB, I know you live, but I was talking to the bougie ones right here. These two bougie ones, right? These two bougie. Listen, our resident bougies, listen. We want to know the difference. We want to know the difference between a co-executor and a well, she said he's the co-executor, and the other thing is, hold on. So when we get to that part, I want you, and the co-trustee. We need to know the difference. We need to know what could happen. Like, because I feel like they did this for a reason. Really, I do. So we need to be understanding the co-executor and the co-trustee. What's the difference in the power? So y'all let us know now. And she put him over one that's just completely hers, and the other one that's hers and his. I don't know. Y'all let us know. Bougies, two bougies. Y'all look it up for us and let us know what. I feel like y'all would know. I feel like y'all would know, because something tell me you and Linda would be a part of the country club. I got a feeling. I'm still trying to get in. They ain't let me in there yet. But anyway, let me get back to this. So she said, I want you to be the co-executive of my estate. And I was like, now what? Now, even Bill was like, what? I was like, girl, come on. Hey, Taya and Jazzy Poetess. I was like, now what? What you say? What you say? All right. So, oh yeah, and Elaine, I forgot you be on the low key, Bougie. No, as my friend like to say, Bougie. You be on the low key, Bougie. Mm-hmm. So you, Linda, and Bilo Didi, I need y'all to touch hands and get us the information about what this means. What's the difference in these two things? We need to know. Okay, we need it broke down to simplicity. Okay, anyway. So even Bill was speechless about this, because I was like, girl. Because the first thing I thought was, ooh, I don't know. Now, Nicole and Danny was at Uptown getting their drink on and chilling. You know, Danny, I love this person that's dressed matching, girl. You know I'm for this kind of foolishness. I am. I got to get this weight off me, because it's affecting my fashions. Even though I'm going to be big and cute anyway. But listen. They down there talking and drinking and carrying on, you know, and they got to talking about boys and mortality, but you know, mostly boys. And their mother's always been so strong. She's fought through everything. That's the reason why she has an EGOT. That's why she's an EGOT. Because she's worked hard and fought all her life for what she wanted. And they're just happy that she's okay. So then Nicole asked Danny, where you disappeared to after we got the good news? And she said, I want to buy bills. She was like, Well, he had heard about Mother, and I just wanted to go over and let him know and update him how things was going. And Nicole was like, girl, I can't talk. I saw Ted, and I was running my mouth telling him stuff too. Did y'all, you know, when you be married to somebody that long, you still want to talk to him about this, that, the other, the fifth, and the third. Sometimes you do. Especially if y'all had any kind of friendship and you really liked each other. Oh, you know. So, she's like, yeah, I ended up telling Ted, you know, what it went on too. And she was like, well, one thing about it, our exes still care. Well, I had to talk like Nicole through her teeth. Our exes still care very deeply for our parents. And so she says, and Anita's sickness has been affecting everyone. You know, y'all just in here just trying to justify y'all want to talk to these men, even though, let me tell you something, Danny, I don't blame you, girl. Want to go there and talk to Bill, big old fine self. I'd be finding a reason to get over there and talk to him too. I would. Bill, I broke my fingernail. Did I tell you that? And then Ted over there with the good neck meat with his chain pressed down in it. Nicole, like, I just wanted to tell you my mother's okay. Child, y'all jumped up and y'all, especially you, Nicole, girl, you made your move too soon. And didn't BB King teach y'all nothing to never make your move too soon? You got to think before you start reacting and stuff. But anyway, yeah, I don't blame you, girl, for telling him, because I told him, you know. So she said, well, you know, one thing about it, they do care very much about our mama. And really, because sometimes y'all be in here acting a whole fool, but now today, while y'all in here feeling lusty, you know your men care a lot about your mamas. Damn, okay, but whatever. So then, but then he was like, okay, let me tell you something. Bill told me he don't want no baby no more. And she was like, what? She's like, mm-mm. So then Nicole says, do you think that signals that maybe he's trying to let you know that maybe one day he wants to get back with you? You know, in other words, he don't want to get no ties that bind, you know, in case he ever want to jump up at that thing. I was like, okay. Now, Lynette was over there in Bill's office dropping off a gift. Now, sidebar. I thought this was Tomas's office at first, but this is Bill's office. So I'm just trying to check in right quick, because we don't know the answer. So now here's what my suspicion tells me to tell you. Why you in Bill's office dropping off this gift? Why you didn't take it to Tomas, who was actually your lawyer? Even though we know that Bill has something to do with it. And this is a mighty nice basket, ma'am. This is about $150 basket of jellies and jams. It is. With bows and ribbons upon it and stuff. Nah. Why you bring this over here to Bill's office and not over to Tomas? Or did you come to Bill's office and page Tomas? How you get past Caroline with a whole basket? Haley, did you think about that? Did she bought that basket over there at Bill's office, even though she was sitting here flirting with Tomas? Because who was she really intending to flirt with, girl? Because I got a feeling, a sneaky suspicion that who she gonna be flirting with is your man. Because I've been told you that, girl. I've been told you, but you know, you don't listen. You don't listen. But anyway, she in there talking to Tomas, and Haley had her ear all up against the door. She was like, what's going on in there? So here go what they was in there talking about, right? She told Tomas. Tomas was like, I was surprised to see you here, even though I'm glad to see you. She was like, I just wanted to thank you for all the hard work that you all did on my case. It made me feel special. He said, well, you are special. I was like, not Tomas. Tomas is working it. He working it. And girl, y'all better watch out when Cat get up in this scheming. Ooh, girl. She gonna tell Tomas to keep right on doing what he doing. Because she don't care what it take to find out what she need to know. She do not. As long as he don't go too far. She for it. I know Cat gonna be for it. So anyway, Haley out there outside that door, he was like, well, you are special. And Haley was outside that door. She was like, what? I was like, girl, you need to mind your business. Ain't nobody talking to you. These grown people in there talking and scheming. Let people talk and scheme in peace. Now, Rashawn and Smitty was back in the alley, and they need to keep building on this relationship with Grayson. And Jacob is so grateful that he's had Smitty to fall back on and put on a disguise that's not a disguise and come in the alley and keep him company from time to time. Because, you know, at least he sees somebody from home that he knows. And Smitty was like, well, I'm worried about you, Jacob, because I know how complicated it is juggling these two lives. You know, it's like you in the role of sinners. This is what I heard the premise of sinners was, playing two roles at one time. So you playing the role of Rashad and the role of Jacob. I know this got to be hard on you. You know, on one side you a good cop, on the other side you a dirty cop. Child, I know it's hard to keep this going. Mm-hmm. Now, Ashley wants to know why Grayson all of a sudden, let me see if I can find this picture. Give me a second. Okay. She wanted to know why all of a sudden Grayson in here talking about he worried about her getting hurt. She was like, what's that about? And he was like, no. I just don't want to let you down, Ashley. You such a special person because we got such a good thing going. Mm-hmm. Now, Naomi was over there on the phone talking to Isaiah. She tried to deny having a burner phone. She said, what burner phone? I ain't got no burner phone. Who got a burner phone? Who said I got a burner? And it says, I know about it because Jacob told me when I ran into him in the alley. She was like, oh, so now you lying. Girl, you ain't in no place to talk about nobody lying, girl, because your middle name should be Lie. Your name should be Naomi Lie Hamilton. Is her last name Hamilton? No, she's not a Hamilton. Jacob, Elon, Isaiah, Washington. What's their last name? I can never remember their last name. But anyway, girl, that should be your middle name. So now here's the thing, and this is where my suspicion again kicks in, right? Naomi over there on the phone upset and talking loud, in my opinion. And as far as they standing, I mean, I ain't even got to listen hard to hear what you talking about at the decibel that she was talking, because she was using her outside voice inside. She wasn't talking low. Thank you, Venice Hawthorne. Thank you. Thank you, Elaine Hawthorne. Okay, so listen. So you over here talking loud, and she over there saying all kinds of stuff right in his earshot. And don't y'all think Grayson heard that? Because she even mentioned that Jacob was undercover. So now that means that Grayson know he been lied to by Jacob. Because Grayson is work. Girl, would y'all have not heard that in that closer shot? Especially after he said, what's she over there talking about? She seemed upset. So you think he had one ear over there and one over there? Child, he heard everything you said. And y'all are alive trying to act like he did. He ain't but 2 giant steps away from her. But anyway. Bill and Anita talk about this trust and hold on, I have to find my pictures. I didn't put all these pictures in, so I got to go back. Okay, so Bill and Anita talk about this trust and him and Bill being the co-executor and the co-trustee. She just feels Vernon will not be in the right frame of mind if something were to happen. She's like, so I just don't want to put that stress on you to have to figure out paperwork and this and that. And I think it's just better if, oh wait, I'm sorry. This is supposed to be Bill and Anita. I'm sorry. Bill and I'm jumping the gun. So Bill and Anita talk about him being the co-trustee and the co-executive. He's like, really? I mean, the most she talked, Bill was like, what? And the co-trustee? For real though? Y'all got a lot of trust in Bill. Y'all got a lot of trust in Bill. She says, Vernon, I don't think won't be thinking straight during that time. And she says, and I know that you're going to look out for his wishes and for this family and for Vernon. I still have to talk to Vernon about it. And girl, you're going to need all your backbone when you do. And Bill was like, I agree with that. So my question is he going to tell Haley? And is there any way she could end up controlling the Duprees and their money one day? This why I need the Bougie crowd to kick in here and let me know. Is there anything somehow his wife could end up with his power if something happens to him? Like if she get power of attorney, if Haley gets power of attorney over Bill, does this give her the right to sit in his place if something is wrong? Somebody help me, please. Because I got a feeling we ain't did this for nothing. Okay, now Isaiah tells Naomi that she didn't know that's who he called. No. Isaiah tells his mom, I'm sorry. Isaiah goes back over and he's talking to his mom, and she was like, who were you talking to? And he said, Naomi, I'm sorry. I get this. We don't say this girl name enough. I'm sorry. Okay, so he said, I was talking to Naomi, and she was like, about what? And he was like, well, I thought that I could get her to, get Jacob to call you on the burner. She was like, that's not a good idea. And if you had told me that's what you was thinking about, I would have told you not to do that. And he was like, oh, I didn't know. She was like, yeah, you shouldn't have did that. Because whatever she and Jacob have set up is their business. And I would have never asked Naomi, I keep saying Naomi to do that. How y'all feel about Darlene now that we finally got her? Because I don't know feeling about you yet, Darlene. I don't know. We don't know your personality. Like, you didn't come in with a bang or a whimper. So I don't know. Right? Okay. So Smitty and Jacob are talking in the alley, and he gets a text from Naomi to meet. That's not common for her. So Smitty will check in on her and let him know what's going on, because she ain't got no business coming out there in that alley. Okay. All right, now Nicole and Danny talk about Bill and knowing Danny wishes he would leave Haley. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, here it is. Nicole and Danny talk about Bill And knowing Danny wishes he would leave Haley and admit it was a mistake. Danny admits if not for Andre, she would be trying to get Bill because they were friends for a long time, and she misses that. In fact, she thanks Haley because it's kept her from doing anything stupid. So if Haley hadn't, no, she said if I hadn't have hooked up with Andre, it's a good thing that he was already taken by her, or I might have went back over there. Girl, is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't know what you're saying, girl. Okay. Because that sounded a little bit, like, I don't know. But like I keep saying, her and Bill did not break up because they had a fight and, whatever. Bill just met that girl and was like, I'm out of here. I'm going to go through the midlife crisis and leave you right where they at, right? So, I don't know. Okay, now back to the office, because this is where I want to get back to, right? Back in the office, Lynette is in the I thought it was Tomas's office. They in Bill's office, and Lynette was flirting down. Lynette was getting her flirt on today. She was. What do you like to do for fun? Blah 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 blah. But what you like to do for fun? And he said, well, I like to do this. I like to do that. And I do a wicked. No, he said, I do a sinful salsa. She said, does that line actually work? He said, I don't know. You tell me. She was touching on his face, and she said, don't try to play a player. He was like, so are you saying you're a player? And that's when Haley busted up in that office. Haley was like, this needs to stop right now. I'm like, Tomas, I think she about to threaten your job, sir. Because she can't have these two linked up. No, she cannot. She cannot. So Ashley wants to talk to Naomi, right? Hold on. Ashley wants to talk to Naomi. And she told her, she said, I got to go because I got to go meet Smitty, so I can't stay. She was like, but we'll catch up later. So when she leaves, Leah walks up once they both had kind of dispersed, right? Because she sat down with her for a minute. She was like, girl, what's going on? She was like, I can't talk about it. I'll talk to you later. So then here comes Leah. And again, did what we hear today make us think that Leah is the impaler or not? Is it enough for her to be the impaler, or is she just a higher up or something? I don't know. But she walked up once they was gone and she told Grayson, I need you at the new clinic. It's a new source and we got to get in there. So you need to volunteer. Hold on one second, you guys. She said, so you need to volunteer and I need you up in there. And he said, I can't do that. He was like, plus Ashley's ex-boyfriend is there. He's the one that runs it. And Leah says, you'll figure it out. See, that's what happens when you get in bed with people that's doing wrong. You get in bed with people that's doing wrong. They don't care how to tear your life up. You just do what I told you to do. Y'all see a lot of that going on these days, right? Okay. Now, Eva want to know what happened with Vernon out there. And Leslie said, he was a terrible person. And Eva says, I don't see him being that. And Leslie said, you need to stop taking folks at face value. I didn't teach you that. I didn't raise you to be looking at people like that. They trying to push us out of Fairmont Crest. And it ain't going to happen on my watch. I was like, okay then, girl. Now, Anita was being stubborn, but her friend Sharon knows how to deal with her. When Vernon comes in, she has laid her head in her lap, and Sharon is rubbing her head and humming a song, and Vernon walks in, and Sharon smiles at him just like this. Nah, Sharon, I do hope this is just a, because listen, sometimes people be watching people love on you, and they be wanting, I don't know. And I'm suspicious of Tracy, but, I don't know. She coming here with her good wig on today. No, people put their good wig on. You got to keep your eye up on them. Some of them people wear their good wig. People don't wear their good wigs for nothing and for nothing. Okay, but anyway, I'm just saying. But it was probably a friendship moment. I'm just suspicious. I am. But anyway, these two. Anyway, I think that's what happened with that scene, and it stopped at that. At that point, I think that stopped it. So let me look back down here and make sure I'm right. Okay, so he was smiling because I think he was glad to see her resting because she is nowhere near in the pain that she was in the day before, and we are all glad for that because that was a lot. It was a lot. Woo! They played their parts with these last couple of days with her at that hospital, and before she went to the hospital, they did they good acting. They did. Now Leslie tells Eva it's Vernon who's starting mess, but Eva reminds her that she was the one over there making noise day and night and day, while this woman is sick. Leslie says she didn't know that. I mean, I didn't know nothing about that woman was sick. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm saying Eva. Leslie tells Eva oh, wait, I think I'm right. It's Vernon who's starting mess, but Eva reminds, so what, how did she end up seeing her again? I must have skipped over something, but anyway, let me just keep going. So anyway, she was like, it's him who started mess, not me. And she's like, no, mama, you're the one over there making noise day and night while that woman is over there with cancer. She said, I ain't know nothing about that woman had no cancer. Now, I'd already had started building on the house. So don't come over here acting like I started it up once I had heard the woman had cancer. She ain't say all that, but that's what she meant, right? And she said, but had they asked, I would have pulled back. And Eva said, why you always gotta poke the bear, mama? She says, you don't understand yet, do you? I am the freaking bear. And she got up and walked away. I was like, now, Leslie, keep the character right here where you got it right now. Don't do that over the top, doing too much. We don't want the Tyler Perry version of Leslie Dana. We want this version of, tamed down of her, okay? Let's do that. Now, hey, Gloria. Now, anyway, she said, I am the freaking bear, so don't play with me. Don't play with me. Now, Vernon and Sharon are doing some of the loudest whispering I ever heard in my life. What you think about it? I don't know. They one of them people you can't tell no secret to it because you ever know people just whisper too loud. How's she doing? She's doing fine, but it seemed to me like she had a headache. Like y'all whispering too loud. Bring your whispers down. How is she? I don't know, but she seems to be doing pretty good. Well, that's good. Y'all whispering all loud. Woke the woman up. Next thing we know, she sat up like, I ain't about to get no sleep up in here. These folks whispering all loud over the top of my head. She was like, so how y'all doing? What's going on? What's happening? She said she just went on, sat up and gave it up. Anita wakes up and Sharon starts reminiscing about how Anita has rescued them as kids many, many times. And it's just our time to take care of you. And just like that, Tracy came up again. I was like, stop being so suspicious of Tracy. I do. I know I do, but I can't help it. Danny explains to Nicole that she was meant. Wait, Danny explains to Nicole that she was that what she meant was thanks to Haley. She now has a good man she loves and who loves her and a new career. And she's grown. I've grown so much. And Nicole is glad for her growth too. Focusing on not what she lost, but what she's gained. That is some kind of growth for her. Hey, Taya, that is some kind of growth for her, right? Okay. Now, Tomas wants to, no, this part right here. This part right here took me out. Tomas, you took me out today. Let's get into it. So Tomas wants to know exactly what is wrong with him talking friendly and celebrating Lynette's win. It's just friendly. Haley said, it's too friendly. You crossed the line, Tomas. He said, well, I agree to disagree. He said, we did a lot of work on this case. She bought a beautiful basket to say thank you. Haley says, it's not a good look, Tomas. He said, that's interesting. Haley looked him up and down. I mean, Haley looked him up and down. Wait a minute. Hold on. Haley put this look on him. She was like, say more. Say more. She didn't say less. She said, say more. I was like, ooh. Somebody pass me some popcorn because this is about to be good, right? She said, say more. Say more. He said, he says, you having such a strong opinion about mixing business with pleasure. When you was very married Bill's paralegal. Bill was very married when you was his paralegal. Before you became his second wife. The man said, what's interesting is that Bill was very married when you met him and you was his paralegal. And then we looked up and the next thing we know, you was his second wife. Honey boom. Honey boom, pop, pop, boom, pop, pow, pow. Okay. Honey boom. Honey boom. That's all I can tell you. Honey boom. This was a moment. Tomas. We loved every second of it because he read her. Read her like the phone book, baby, if we still had them. Read you, girl. She told Tomas, you have an office of your own. I suggest you get back in it, okay? So now once he was gone, she turns to her friend. And did I have the right picture up? Because this is the one I meant to have up when I was in there having the confrontation. Look at Lynette's face. You know, let's tell you something. Lynette coming in hot every time with what she be wearing on this show. She don't be playing with y'all every time she show up. But anyway, let me get back to that. So once she leaves out, Haley turns to Lynette and she was like, what the heck are you doing? She said, I'm just having fun. I always see him all dressed up in a suit in his lawyer mode. It was fun to see him just being a regular person. I mean, what's wrong with that? Haley said, Tomas is acting way too interested in you. He would never flirt in Bill's office like this, especially since he's dating Bill's niece. He's just trying to see if you slipping up some kind of way. I'm trying to tell you something is up right here. And Lynette sees no problem. She's like, my case is closed. There's nothing to dig up on me. Maybe he's trying to dig something up on you and using me to do it. And that's when Bill walked up in the door. Because Haley said, that's the last thing either one of us needs. And then Bill walked in the door on that part. I was like, okay, Bill, so did you hear that or did you not hear that? Did you hear that or did you not hear that? Because we tired of you almost hearing stuff. We sick of this. You need to get your ears fixed. Because we tired. We tired of you. Thank you, Jazzy Portis. I'll be back in a minute to check on the memberships and stuff, you guys, but I can't read. I look over and I see some names, but I can't read everything you guys are writing. Okay, so anyway, Miss Leah. Hold on, let me get to this next picture. Miss Leah don't want to hear nothing but Grayson going to work at the clinic. She ain't trying to hear nothing else. So Leah plans to pull Derek in too. What? Girl, wait a minute. You ain't about to mess up our boring Derek. You ain't about to make boring Derek get in your mess. You ain't about to turn our vanilla Derek into chocolate swirl strawberry. No, you not. We done accepted Derek being very vanilla. We accepted he boring. Girl, don't come in here. We don't want this for Derek. We do not want this for Derek. Go buy somebody else. You already got dirty face Grayson, which, you know what? Sidebar. Grayson's face is less dirty. Are y'all noticing? It's not as dirty as it was when he stored it. It's not as dirty as maybe somebody looked at him and was like, we need to undirty that face. So they took some of that dirt off your face. We glad of that. Moving on. She's like, we just gonna pull in Derek and get him in on the thing. We are. Grayson said, I can't see you doing that because he's a good guy. She says, everybody has a price, just like you did. And then she leaves him stand. I was like, whoa. So as she walks up, she was like, what Leah want? She probably don't want you down here on this floor, do you? He was like, yeah. She's like, she's changed a lot since she got here. So Grayson listens and then gets out of there because he knows she right. She has probably changed. She came in the door sweet and now she's sour. Darlene is sorry if she offended Isaiah. Girl, hold on. Y'all spend too much time tiptoeing around these cheering for me. These your kids or they your kids or what? Are they you the mama or they the mama? Please explain it to me. Because I ain't about to be tiptoeing around no children of mine. I'm going to say I'm sorry. Well, that's all. We got to move on. I'm your mama. I ain't got to go through all that. But anyway, she was like, I'm really sorry if I stepped on any toes or offended. I know you're different, and you're an extraordinarily independent person. And as they talking, Eva walked up and Eva was like, hey, babe. And finally they get to me. So Darlene says, I've heard all about you. And then Eva smiles, but you can see she nervous because that mama face was like this the whole time. She gave you the stank face. She gave Eva a stank face. Is it me? Or did she get Eva the stank face? That's the stank face. Her name's Dimitri. Charmed, I'm sure, yes. Girl, why you have to do Eva like that? She ain't said nothing to you, but she just a typical most mothers. She a typical most mothers when you meet their son. Like they think all their sons is sunshine and pudding and child. No, they not. No, they not. No, they not. No, they not. Not all of them, no, they not. Your son, the son, is not your son, the data. Don't nobody know now. All right, so anyway, Sharon gets ready to leave. And before she does, she gives Anita some soul-strengthening words of encouragement. So Anita sits Vernon down to talk to him because she wants to update him about what she wants to do about her trust. It's been a while since they've updated anything. And she wants for her individual trust, she wants a co-trustee and an alternate trustee for their joint one. So Bougie crowd, this what happened. For her individual account, a trust fund, she wants to do a co-trustee. For her alternate, on the one that her and Vernon have together, she wants to do an alternate trustee. I don't know, y'all, but I think this about to be some mess. I think that the Duprees got to go move into a much smaller mansion with maybe 5 bedrooms and no elevator. Oh, Lord, how will they survive? I don't know how you gonna make it after you done had a whole elevator in your house, child. You live without one. I don't know. All right, so she tells him it's Bill, child. I was like, how this gonna go? But amazingly, I was waiting for them to argue. I was waiting for the voices to be raised. I was waiting for them to get into it. But he understood. He said to me, it makes sense. He thinks it will help in the end. He's like, because I wouldn't want to deal with no paperwork and stuff. You're right. Because losing you would be more than I could deal with. So they hug it out. I thought it was cute. See, this is how people that love each other deal with things. Everybody ain't got to argue. Nicole and Danny talk about Bill and baby and that Haley so kindly put aside for Bill's benefit, and Haley ain't buying it. It's for quote unquote, air quotes, Bill's sake that she put the baby aside. But both of them are very suspicious, and y'all should be. Now, Haley is quick on her feet when Bill walked in there on them. But to me, their body language reads guilty of something. If I had kids and I walked in and this was your stance, the way both of them standing, I would know somebody done something. It's the kind of thing your mama walk in and go, what y'all doing in here? It's like one of them moments when the house is quiet and your mama go, what are y'all doing? Because they know you shouldn't be quiet. Quiet children equals some foolishness going on. It do. If your kids ever get real quiet, just tip up on them because something going on ain't got no business going on. I can guarantee you that. Anyway, they in there. So Haley thinking quick on her feet. Oh, I was just warning Lynette not to be, running up her bills since the case was dropped, to be careful with the money. I thank you so much, Lynette, for the gift basket. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm just so grateful for what you all have done for me. You've been my saviors. And she said, oh, girl, I know how you feel because Bill is my savior. But look at this. I put this in slow motion for y'all. Because remember that time I told y'all that Bill had his connection with Haley had shifted when they were going through the thing about the napping of his daughter when they had that episode. And he was talking to Haley in the hallway and he was like, just go home. And I said, look at the way Bill just did. Everything in his body language says that here's a wedge that just started right here. Let me show you something. I don't think Bill is believing what's being told to him because Bill is looking and assessing. So what was being said right here is that, yeah, Bill is my savior too, girl. And this was Bill's response to that. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Bill looked like, now is somebody lying? I don't think I heard all that, but okay. All right. Yeah. You are not who I thought you was. Did y'all see that? I think it's another moment to put a pen, to put a little marker right there. Mark your book right there. Bill is suspicious this time. And he is, as you should be, sir. But Haley was trying to put that spin on that thing when she got her up out of there. I forgot. So as she's leaving, she's like, thank you for the gift basket. And let me know if Tomas bothers you again, okay? And then, right on cue, because they into this bull together, she starts acting like she crying. Let me tell you something, Haley. I think your friend done decided that what she gonna do is sue this firm. And you was fool enough to make it possible. Because you the one bought this mess up. But since you bought it up, she got into character and started acting like she was crying. Did y'all hear her sniffling? Thank you so much. Now I'm thinking, was she, Bill, was she crying when you busted up in that door? No. She didn't start this hollering and sniffling and carrying on until Haley said something about Tomas. But anyway, she walked in, thank you. I sure will. So, of course, as soon as she left, Bill was like, what's going on? She was like, honey, Bill, Tomas was in here flirting with Lynette. And Bill said, Tomas wouldn't even be that stupid. Which is the same thing that you said, Haley. So, Bill, if you don't pick up on this and know better than this, sir, I'm gonna let the people. I'm gonna let these people have a whole day over here. Where I'm gonna let them at you. I am. Because Haley said, you want to bet? He was like, he wouldn't be that stupid. She said, you want to bet? Just slow down. Now, and Isaiah invited Eva to sit down with them while she waited to pick up the food that she was there to pick up that Carlton and Ted had bought for the office. And she was like, before she could even say yay or nay, his mama got up. She was like, no, I got to go because I got to get to work. I'm going to start early. And child, you sound just like my friend. My daddy just got hit by a hot dog truck. That's my friend Standard. The girl been telling people for years when she tired of you. I'm sorry, my daddy just got run over by a hot dog truck. I got to go. By a hot dog cart. I got to go. I'm like, no, what? But that's my standby. Oh my Lord, my daddy just been run over by a hot dog cart. I got to go. That's about what she said before she got up and blazed up out of it. She was like, whoop, got to go. Didn't even sit with her. But she was nice, but cold. Cool, but kind. No, I can't stay, but thank you. Didn't even say nice meeting you. Eva said that. Eva was like, well, nice meeting you. Mama was like, and went on right out the door. And then she told she was like, well, your mama don't like me. He was like, she didn't even say anything. She said, you don't do woman speak. Because, baby, the silence was loud. The silence was deafening. It was. Now, Grayson gets in the elevator to do the drop with Rashad. As he does, Ashley walks into the elevator. Now, I'm sorry, but I know that's you, Jacob, with your head down. You may be playing the role of Rashad right now, but I would notice. I'd be like, hey, Jacob, I thought you was on assignment. What you doing in the hospital? But she didn't even look over there. Maybe because she saw Grayson and she was just like, ooh, hey. Now, here's the thing about this, though, right? Lean in. Let me tell y'all, right? I can understand her not seeing him because the doors did open and she did see only Grayson. So she sees Grayson and she grinning and skimming and she turned around and she's looking forward because everybody knows that elevator etiquette dictates that you stay facing forward. You don't turn around looking at people in the elevator unless you want to start something. Don't you turn back here and start talking to me. Now, we standing side by side, maybe. But don't you turn back and look at me, baby. You turn back. You want to start something. Especially if I'm a man, you a woman. Baby, I'm in the stands. We can get it in here. We can. It was small space, a lot of opportunity. But anyway, she's staying looking forward. But here's the thing. Y'all do know that this elevator always stops at the most inopportune times. It would be so soberly perfect if it does now. Come on, elevator, do your thing. I need that elevator to buck up one good time. Boop, boop. And then she turned and go, oh my God, Jacob. Give y'all time to talk and work y'all story out. I need the elevator to stop again. Remember they talked about the elevator always stop. It's an omen on the thing. That's what they said. I ain't said it. They said it. That's what we need. We need the elevator to stop. Now, next week, Joey and them double dating with Nicole and Carlton. Now, when you want to do something upstanding, you want to pull out Carlton. But when you want to go do the ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, you want to go running over there to, what's his name house? You just a dirty birdie, Nicole. We need you to get it together, girl. This is not becoming of a doctor. You are far too bougie for this. Linda, my cousin Linda would never. Proper bougie women don't act like this. What are you talking about? But anyway. So next week, they sitting at dinner and Joey in his feelings because Joey letting them have you people at the hospital. Y'all be getting away with getting me. In other words, he was like, y'all take people out and it's more politically correct for y'all because y'all doctors. And just because I be taking people out, what is the problem? Oh my God. And another thing I want to know is why did Grayson get a set? It's a lot of people on here that need a set. Why does Grayson have a set? Do this mean you gonna be in here fornicating all the time with him, Nicole? Because Nicole done tipped over here in the middle of the night, woke the man up. Child. What in the world we think? But why did Grayson get a set? It's a lot of people ain't got no set. Why Grayson just got in here 15 minutes ago? It's other people I know one thing. Leslie better give a set for the shouts. I know that. But anyway. Maybe this Jacob them old spot they use. I don't know. Because it is just I did say they could put up sets. So let me stop complaining. I was just saying why he get a set though. And a king size bed on top of that. I know a king size bed when I see one. But anyway, so that happens. And then Lynette low-key done threatened. No, she didn't low-key. She high-key. She high-key threatened Haley. She said, baby, don't make me have to blow up your spot. Okay? I will let the people know what they get down is. And she's sitting there cool, baby, in them white pants, leg crossed up, sipping on her martini, pointing that straw. She was like, I will mess it all up. I mess it all up. Ooh, child. Next week, I ain't intend to miss nothing. Y'all intend to miss it. I know I'm not. Before I get into the other stuff, let me bag up now, and so I can look at some of these comments because I can't read because I'm actually reading a script, so I have to look at that. But I look over and I can see names, but I can't read your comments. So let me see if there's anything in here I need to miss. Okay, so Gloria, thank you very much for being a sponsor. I see you become one of the sponsors. Thank you, Gloria. She said contribution toward tonight's fish fry. Hungry. Use hungry, girl. Y'all get Gloria a plate back there. Gloria hungry, y'all. Bring her one out first. Gloria, you want everything on your plate? She want everything on her plate. And make sure she gets some of them pralines. Put it on there, and some fish. She wants some of all of it. So you'll get that. Hey, Lightning Storm, I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Gatekeepers, it's been a hot minute since I've been around. How y'all doing? We all good. How are you? All right. And Veronica says, I thought his name was Kyle. His name is Kyle. I call him Dr. What I call him? Did I call him something else? Okay. Do the same for you. Okay, Darlene knows Eva herself. Okay, that's some of y'all conversation. Beanstalk Billy. Okay, Var said, good evening, Var. The trustee executive staff will only bring Bill back into the family fold. It is. He ain't never been out the fold. They just push him in and out when they feel like, they get on my nerve with that. He would want to be the Duprees and Haley's or even Haley more. Yeah, Haley ain't gonna like that. Bill could not take their money as executive and alternate trustee. Remember, they are all rich, including Bill. Okay, I just wanted to know, could he do a quick 1-2? Because I got a feeling it's going to be something in it, though. I don't know. KB Mommy says, Jazzy Portis, thank you for your support. Let's see. We noticed Grayson, less 30. Yeah, his face is less 30. Is it not? Jazzy Portis, thank you very much for your super sticker and for being a sponsor for tonight's live. I agree about Leslie and the energy she needs to not come in like the freight train. Yeah, I think they need to keep her calm down right where she is. Hold on for a minute. Let me go on and put the I'm gonna go on and put the link down here to open up the panel because I know we have enough to do that. Hold on. See that? Okay, what's going on? Oh, there it is. Okay, there's the link for you guys that want to come up and talk. I'm gonna look through some more of these comments. Sharon doesn't always want to give off the sly look, or maybe admires Anita Vernon's relationship. Yeah, that could be it. Gloria said, "Hey, Jen in chat." Jealous means she wants a man like that, while envy doesn't. Wait a minute. Means she doesn't believe Anita deserves, shouldn't have it instead. Okay, so you don't know if so you think there's a difference. She might be envious, not jealous. Jealous, not envious. One of the two. Sharon is jealous but not envious of Anita. So she don't want it. She don't want to take it from her. She just wishes that she had it. Sometimes in the midlife crisis, you choose between Haley type and Lynette. Yeah, shiny sports car. Yeah, and Bill likes the sports car. I wonder what Tomas is trying to do with Lynette. He's flirting to get her to divorce something. That is what he's doing. That's what him and Kat talked about. Not that he told Kat this is what he was going to do, but it does seem that he came in the door hot, like this was a decision, like that's how we going to handle it. We about to play them and find out what's going on. Get those likes up, they said. I don't know what I was expecting, but Elon's wife didn't give me that oomph we wanted to. Yeah, we waited a long time. It was such a build-up. I expected more of a tumble into the room a little harder than the way she came in. But we give her time to develop this character and see what the personality of Darlene really is. Because right now, I don't know what to think of Darlene. She was a little bit nice. She was a little bit nasty. She was a little bit firm, but she's not. So I don't know what to make out of this character just yet. I don't know what to make out of the character just yet. I saw Mrs. Darlene Hawthorne on a drive time commercial. All right, girl, get that money because, honey, them commercial money be good. I got friends that do commercials, baby. Every time you see that commercial, every time you see that commercial, they get paid on every channel in every city, and every time you see that commercial, they get a check. Power of attorney. Rhonda Reed says, "Hey y'all, this is a legal representation to handle estate business, so no, Haley wouldn't be able to step in this position." Okay. No, Haley would not get those rights not specified to someone else's estate, even if she had Bill's power of attorney. Okay, good to know. The answer is no. If Bill croaks, Scaly can't touch the Duprees money. A new executor. Okay. If not, I want to help out. Okay, did we meet the open panel? I think we made it. Yeah, KB. And thank you. Co-executors do not get inherited by a spouse. Okay. At Anita's lowest point, hold on for a second, too. I'm gonna start that comment. Okay. Bill tried to lift her spirits. Yeah, Bill loves these people. He does. They love him too. They just treat him bad. I don't like the way they be treating him. And now back to being unapologetic to me. The girl was looking good today. I better want. Lynette is beautiful. She's beautiful. Bill looks quite suspicious of Lynette, even though I think he's suspicious of her too. Sidebar. Co-executive's duties. Okay. Sidebar, ladies, to help out. A co-executive's duties usually end within 2 years, but a Cortez manages assets that can last many years. Both have joint authority to act together. Raven, let us find out you a bougie too. And I'm gonna put you on the list with the bougies. That's you, Elaine, Below Dee, and Linda. Y'all are resident bougies, meaning that they got to know all things up across. Okay. Bill is so smart, but yet so naive when it comes to Haley. He is. Just can't see nothing. Rich people have trust instead of wills, though, because they're more private and has less fees and court filings associated with them. They said that they're praying for your grandson. So I think that's going back up toward the top. Okay. Let's see. I see you back there, Miss Lil. Just hang out. All right. Let me see if I missed anything. Any something else down here? Thanks, Gloria. He said he's Lightning Storm says doing well, watching the show. Wanted to check in with the gatekeepers at the fish fly. Y'all glad y'all still going strong. We trying to hang in here. We are. We getting ready to open up this panel in just a minute. Child, I'll be there next week. Linda says, All righty. All right, give me a second. Okay. And thank you to Jasmine Williams for sending something for the fish fry. Thank you, Jasmine. Let me find your name so I can highlight it so it can stay up here with the other names. Jasmine. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, we'll do this one. Okay. Oh, and thank you also, KB Mommy, who has also sent something to open up the panel for you guys tonight. So thank you all for being sponsors this evening. I appreciate you so very much. And I know that everybody else appreciates you guys too. So let's do let me make sure I got everybody. Okay, I think if I missed you in this, just let me know. All right, so let's do our official parade of sponsors to thank them for unlocking the panel for you guys. Here we go. All right, thank you to Myrtle Tinsder, to Bilo Didi, to Peggy, to Elaine, Jazzy Poetess, Gloria Bowman, KB Mommy, and Jasmine Williams. Thanks you guys so much for being a sponsor for us tonight in order to open up the panel. And in celebration of that, I will continue to show your names through our Friday night opener. Now let me find that so we can open up the lines. I already dropped the link down there. Let me drop it again before I go into this. Okay, paste. All right, there is the link again for those of you who want to come up on the panel. Anybody is welcome to come up. If you want to come up and have your say about what you liked and didn't like, what you want to speak out about the show, because I'm about to ArGa tonight. I'm telling y'all, I'm in the mood to ArGa. I'm in the mood to ArGa simply because it's Friday. If you don't want to ArGa, don't come up here tonight. Don't you know it though? All right, let me find our Friday opener. And again, thank you to all of our sponsors. Let's get it.
The lines are now open and you know you want to gossip, so
share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind? Hey.
come on up here. You know you want to gossip.
That's why you my best friend.
Thank you to our sponsor. Thank you. Thank you to Jasmine Williams. We thank you to KB Mommy. We thank you to Gloria. We thank you, Jazzy Poetess. We thank you to Elaine. We thank you, and to Peggy. We thank you, and to Myrtle. We thank you, Below Dee. We thank you. Thank you. All right, you guys. So who's coming up here to ArGa? Y'all got the link. So far, we got Miss Leah. Miss Lil, I guess I'll bring you up here, and me and you can sit up here and talk calmly with one another in your Maya Angelou tone. She does talk like Maya Angelou. She does. All right. Hit the wrong button. Sorry, you guys. Let me change out what's on the screen. Give me 1 second, and then I'm going to bring Miss Lil up. Alrighty. Oh, I meant to put something else on the screen. Oh, well. All right. And let me take that down. In 1 second. 1 second. All right. Hey, Miss Lil, welcome to the stage. Let me unplug my thing and put it into my computer.
Hi, thank you.
How you doing this evening?
Fine. How about you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Vernice said, I am not arguing. Vernice, you can come. We don't really argue for real over here, Vernice. We argue for fun, for play. We don't say we argue, we ArGa. Okay.
Yeah.
So Vernice, if you want to come up here, girl, hit that link and come on up here and talk about what you want to talk about. I be asking questions. You just give me your opinion on it. Tell me what you think, child. It's all good. It's all good. I had to get me some brow gel that somebody bought. But anyway, Miss Leah.
Yes.
Was Darlene everything you waited for? What you thought about her?
No, she wasn't. I was very disappointed. And especially, I can understand a mother wanting what she thinks is the very, very best for her son, even though your son might have been not a nice boy all of his life. But I do believe it is in poor taste to almost snob. You can act like you're interested and say to her, I'd like to get to know you. But when your son offers you to sit and have a drink with the girl, you just take off.
I think I'd have been like, child, what's wrong with your mama? Is she all right? Because I'm fabulous.
Now, see, I know what is going on. She's judging Eva by Leslie because remember she reminded her son on one of the, I don't know what episode it was, that we are a law-abiding family. So yeah, so she does not want Leslie's child to be, I guess, a part of it because she thinks that Leslie, I guess she thinks she might take after Leslie, but there is always a polite way to treat a person, and you just, I mean, and did you see how she flew out the door after he offered a drink, and she flew out the door?
I know. I mean, but she didn't even really say anything.
She wasn't interested.
She didn't really say, because I bagged up to see, did she say something? Because Eva was like, nice meeting you. Like, she just had to, like, say that to nothing because she was already going, no, I got to go. I got to get to work. It's like I was like, now, lady, you doing too much because your son ain't perfect, girl.
Absolutely. He used to be a drug runner. So now you have to be careful. Now you're judging Eva. Now I can understand. I'm not going to be two-faced. How
But it's
anybody would
true that
not want to.
the character did used to use that paraphernalia. The character. I'm saying that so that YouTube knows that we're talking about a character. But go ahead.
Okay. You just really don't want to a person like Leslie, and even though Eva is a nice girl, Leslie, nobody really wants to be tangled up in that. I can understand, but give her a chance. Give Eva a chance to get to know her, to see how she manages her mother, what her ideas are. Interview her, take time, have coffee with her. Look at what Shanice is an old woman, and look what her aunt did for Ted. Took him to coffee and to lunch and talked to him. But this lady here showed no interest at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought she could have. But as far as how she's playing the character, like I said, sometimes we have to be patient with it because maybe she's a person who's building up to a simmer, building up to a boil.
Okay.
Maybe. But Kelly S says that she feels that she doesn't fit well with Elon. What y'all trying to say? This ain't who the kind of woman Elon would have.
Well, everybody
Personality
thinks he's
wise.
such a handsome man. They probably expected for his wife to look. Well, nothing is wrong with her looks. I'm not saying that, but they expected for her to have a different look. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if she meant look or maybe she meant personality wise. Because he's very stern, he's very, but a lot of times men like that will have a laid back woman because that's what balances them out. They don't need somebody that's like on 10 with them. They need somebody that can reach them, that's a little more soft spoken and, well, baby, perhaps da 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 da. But I do feel that the character needs to be played a little stronger, if you will.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Like we need a little bit more personality. But again, she just started. It takes time to build the personality of a character.
And she said her shift started in a few minutes. Does she work for the correctional facility, or what does she do?
She's a 911 operator. She runs the 911 operator thing.
Okay.
And they said that the first week that the show was on, a second week when he went over to Anita's house, when Elon went over to Anita's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Be On Purpose says, wasn't it this week Eva told her mama that she needed a break from her and that she'll call her, and next day she was eating with her at the country club? I don't like the back and forth. Where is her mama still, child? And you have to understand that they did come back to celebrate Peaches, and all of that. And maybe she just needed a break at that time to think. But no, I don't know if that was this week because did we get a full week of shows this week? I think that was last week.
This week we only had 3 last week. And did you notice to have had congestive heart failure really bad congestive heart failure? Peaches does not get winded when she walks. She has no shortness of the breath. She can talk without interruption.
Mm-hmm.
It's a miracle, isn't it?
Well, that's what money will do for you too, though. But here's what I want to say. That was last week that happened at the blow up at the restaurant, because that's the week that I thought we were going to come up and talk about it, because I was like talking about Kat and her response to what happened to Eva, but we never did talk about that. But that was last week. Somebody was asking that question.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so this is what a good health study and money will do for you, that you get the good stuff and to be monitored all the time and get stuff fixed. This happens for folks with money all the time. They get
she's walking straight. She can talk without interruption. She doesn't. She can eat without stopping to breathe. This is like a brand new woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Elaine said 911 operators have to be tough. I would imagine that that's true, Elaine, for sure. Be On Purpose said, I like Darlene. Everyone shouldn't come in hot. Sometimes subtle is good, and it's just her first day. Y'all leave alone. That's the same thing. That's what I'm saying. We have to give her time to build the character, for the personality for this character, and that's going to take a second. But here's the thing. They referenced her so many times and they talked about her so many times that it gave us an idea of what we thought she would be like. And since it didn't show up to be, I guess, what we were expecting, and now it's like, oh, okay, but she could have showed up and been Angela Bassett. We'd have been the same thing, child.
Well, I did not dislike her when you brought her up. I just told you how I felt about her introduction to Eva, and her walking away without even attempting to say, I would like to have coffee. Maybe we can have coffee sometimes together. But no, I don't dislike her. She just didn't seem to be. You might not think that this is the woman for your son. You might have issues with her, but at least attempt to give her some chance to show you who she is.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Daddy, welcome to the stage. How are you this evening?
Great.
Good, good, good. So, what you think of Darlene's emergence onto the screen?
I thought she was cold, but at the same time, I thought Naomi was cold when Darlene just went to check on Jacob. I thought they were
Mm-hmm.
both cold.
Maybe
I'm
that's why
sorry
they
if I'm
both.
being
Maybe that's
harsh,
why Jacob like her. He remind her of his mama.
but I'm sorry if I'm being harsh. But I didn't enjoy Beyond the Gates this week at all. So I'm
Are
gonna
you
be hard on these
playing?
characters.
Child, Beyond the Gates was all of that this week and last week. What are you talking?
Now you
Last week
know
was great, but not this week.
a lot of people I think had issues with it. It was like I heard another influencer say it's probably some of the best acting you've seen, but it's
Mhm.
not the acting they have problems with. They couldn't stand the emotionalism, the breaking down of Vernon and the sadness of the girls. It was just, for some people, it was just too much.
It's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to make you emotional. It's a soap opera. You're supposed to cry. You're supposed to laugh. You're supposed to get mad.
I know, but like
But
one
but I see that
influencer,
they're trying to clean the storyline up quickly, though.
yeah, like one influencer said, people come to watch soaps to escape their own problems.
Yeah,
they
that's
don't
true. Now that's true. That's
they
true.
don't want to come and get caught up in sadness.
I done
Why?
told y'all, as entertainers, we are not allowed to walk out on stage and have problems. Like that's cute for the first time. Then people sitting there going, "Okay, is she gonna talk about that all night long? Does she all her hair fell out? We don't want y'all in the house. We don't want y'all that. We came here to get some entertainment.
That's right.
That's just the way it is, and that's just the reality of that thing." Okay, Raven Maniac says, "Be on purpose." Lynette was looking good today. Ooh, be on purpose. Raven Maniac in here talking about your wife like he don't even know that's your wife. Also, Iz was not wanting to be around her because of the stress with Iz and Elon. She wants to be with her son because he has been away and stay away from her. They hyped her up like Winterfest. Y'all are terrible. Doug's memorial opening of the clinic. Darlene is a grounding presence. Darlene says she wanted to meet Eva, right? But she's heard about Leslie and she's judging Eva negatively because
Yeah,
her
she
mother.
bought
Yeah, but she had just said, "Bring Eva around there and let me meet her." And then when she walked up, you ain't had nothing to say. Which one is it, lady? Did you want to meet her to treat her like this? I don't feel strongly about Darlene yet. Could be bad. Maybe they're building her coldness up to something bigger later. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I know people don't like the cancer story, but I love the Duprees in this story. My husband watched, cried, and then you ain't supposed to tell he cried, Elaine. We gonna act like we ain't seen that. She said this was good because it meant that it was a good cry. Yeah. I think they're supposed to play with our emotions. Okay, so let's get into some of the questions then. Hold on.
And
I got a roll down
I
here.
have something else to say. I forgot to tell you. I
Okay.
can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm
What?
enjoying Cat more than Naomi. Naomi just set me off after today.
Wait, you been a Naomi fan?
No, I don't like either one, but I like Cat better than Naomi now. They're both at the bottom
Oh.
of my list.
I told y'all they were turning the character of Cat. Y'all was doing too much on Cat. I told you. They was turning her character.
Well, Cat actually was the first time I maybe not the first time, but I was able to look at her objectively and not have any problem with her at all. I mean, the things that she did this week. But of course, now that wasn't Eva. Just wait until she gets back with Eva, and the claws will come out again, probably. Yeah.
Be on purpose. I agree with you. I said this a while back that Darlene probably had an affair with Joey and is your daddy and not Elon. I agree with that.
Oh my God.
I do. I said that a long time ago. That I think that's because I just said it the other day. I'm like, ain't Joey looking at him more like in a fatherly sense? Like I'm so proud of you. I think that's Joey's boy, and he know it's his.
But wouldn't his brother, wouldn't his skin be lighter?
Not necessarily so.
Because the mom is a brown, and then Joey is white.
He does have curly hair, but no, not necessarily so. Everybody don't turn out light just because your parent is white. No, it don't work like that. And then with black people, anything can pop up in our DNA. Red heads,
Well,
white,
yeah,
light, blue eyes, anything can happen with us and still be your baby.
That's true. That's true.
But no, I think Elon knows that that's not his son. But I think Elon took him in and said, "We're not gonna tell the other kids. I'm just gonna raise them." But that might be why they have such, because it's only those two.
But you notice that she said she thanks him for being a strong man, and he did not conform to what his father wanted. He's his own individual person.
Now, what did you all think about Anita's decision of the DNA? And how she had the girls come in and she wanted them to sign and, watch her sign and all of that. Do you think that was because, infection can make your mind go off. Do you think maybe that was the infection included in that was making her be so hard?
Yeah, I think it was, because when they discovered that this was something independent of her chemotherapy, she began to be able to calm down more, because maybe she thought she was going to be in this intense pain for the rest of the duration. I do believe that had a lot to do with it.
But girl, you checking out after 1 day, 2 days? Like, I got to. I don't know, child. I got to hang in. I got to see.
I know.
I don't know.
Yep.
The Lord might about to work it out. I got to wait.
And they gave her, after they gave her the IV drip morphine or whatever they gave her, then she began to calm down.
If I know if you intend to get in here, you better get in. Don't you come in here no 11:15 talking about you about to ready to start talking.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Anita's advice to Ted about the kids, very much needed, but how did y'all feel about hearing that?
Anita's advice about the kids.
To Ted about him needing to go and not make amends, but that he needs to make sure that he is standing in the gap with all of his kids and giving them all equal attention. And while she understands and that she admired him for taking on his responsibility with Eva, that he needs to also make sure that he's making time for his other children as well, especially Kat.
Now, I think she was right about that. But I do understand, and she understands too, that Eva, a lot of guilt was probably eating at him, because he had missed all those years and she had not been treated fairly. But you can't just make up with her and throw away the other two children. They have to still have a place in your life. And especially Kat apparently had been a daddy's girl all the time. So she definitely needed some time with her dad, and not just to problem solve, but to really be together as father and daughter.
Yeah. So, honestly, like I told you, me and my sister were very much daddy's girls. But, Ron, let me tell you something. If a new daughter had popped up, my daddy couldn't have been kicking me to the curb like that. I'd have been like, hold on, let me tell you something. I know you're trying to get to know her, but when I call, don't be putting me off the phone for her. I ain't about to go. You're going to put us all on the three-way. I ain't going nowhere.
But you were even jealous of your own biological sister with your dad. Remember, you said that you always told her you were the favorite one.
Oh, that was something we teased each other about. She'd be like, I'm the favorite. No, I'm the favorite. I'm the favorite. You the favorite. No, I'm his favorite. You just the other child. What are you talking about? So we would always joke and tease about that. But although I do think my sister was for real about it.
She really wanted to be.
I think my sister really wasn't playing. She would smack me down. But no, we ain't play about our daddy. We did not. I told you I don't let other people call me. I ain't like other people like, how you doing, Dad? I'd be like, girl, go on with that. But he like a daddy to me, but he not. But he not.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, not even your best friends.
My best friends don't call my daddy. They got a daddy. Don't you have to call my daddy that?
Oh, okay.
But you know what was hard for me was, okay, when I got married, I had to figure out what to call my father-in-law. Because I could not call him daddy. I already got a daddy. You about to be my daddy. No. But I called him Popsy Doodle.
What?
I said, hey, Popsy Doodle. He loved it. I was like, "Hey, Popsy Doodle," but I just couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to say daddy. This ain't none of my dad. That's your daddy. Ain't none of my dad. I got a dad. I couldn't do it. It just felt foreign to me. I couldn't do it. And I call him Pops. I say, "Hey, Popsy Doodle." I had to sit down and really think, what can I say? It's going, and it was Popsy Doodle. He loved it. He loved, because he didn't have no girls. He had boys, only boys.
And you could have called him Daddy, whatever his last name was. You didn't want to do that.
He ain't none of my daddy. That's his daddy. That's not my daddy. He could be Popsy, whatever his name was. You know what I mean? But that man adored me.
Oh, yes, good. That's really good.
Saying that, child, if I had one baby, would nobody got nothing when he left here?
Oh my
God. Like the baby got it all. Y'all get on. Ted did not know Martin moved out of his house and was living with Anita and Vernon. Now he doesn't know Kat lives with them. That's true. And that's what he said, Elaine. He admitted to her. He was like, hearing that you had moved in and I didn't even know you were there just kind of, sent me a little aback. And I'm like, I am really out of touch and I need to fix that. But what we want to do is acknowledge the fact that Ted went straight and did as Anita has suggested to him.
Yes,
and went and tried to fix it. So he's on the way to trying to fix it. And hopefully he will continue to try to fix it.
Yeah.
So we want to give him space to be able to do that. Because he acknowledged what he did. I'm sorry, go ahead.
When we first started the panel, a lot of people didn't like Martin, and now Martin I think, is becoming well liked. So it's a chance that Ted can, whatever people are holding against him. I know a lot of the things they said. I kind of agree with them too, but I didn't have that intense hate for him. I don't have that. I never did. I do think that maybe he didn't spend as much time with his other children. He didn't stand up to Leslie. He didn't get to have her put so she couldn't come to his house. And a lot of things he didn't do. I admit what people are saying, but it wasn't enough for me to make me hate him with this intense hatred like some people had for him.
Now, how did you feel about the talk that, from Kat's point of view, how did you feel about the talk that they had for Kat? I was really happy for Kat. I was really touched for her. I was really happy for her to have that moment,
Yeah, I think Kat was quite impressive when she admitted to her dad that she had been obsessing with Leslie and Eva too much. I think she was able to explain that, and she did explain that she had been acting like a princess.
A spoiled, pampered princess.
Yeah.
And that's what she said. She said, I've been acting like a spoiled, pampered princess.
Yeah.
Those were her words, not mine.
Yeah, and she was tolerable. Usually I couldn't hardly tolerate her, but she was tolerable. And I think if they just get her away from hating Eva, I could learn I can be more objective and just see her from that point of view of who she is like everybody else. But that hatred that they had, it was just too much. It was just absolutely too much. When she said if she would rather die than to receive an organ from Eva, you got to really hate somebody to feel like that.
I ain't got that kind of time. Baby, come save me. That's what you can do for me. So what did you think about what I said I felt was a slip from Kat as far as the script was concerned? I don't think she meant to say you let Eva bust up our family, because he was like, they had a moment where she had said, yeah, I admit that I've been very obsessed about Leslie and Eva. And, they were having this moment where he was admitting where he hadn't done this and that. And then she said, but I do have to say that I blame Leslie for that. It should have been Leslie, I think, instead of Eva for you letting her break up our family. When I think it would be fitting, it would have been that probably the line was probably supposed to be Leslie, because he had an affair with her. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, your affair led to us to the family being broken up, and you let that woman break the family up, because Eva had nothing to do with breaking up the family. It was him having had an affair that did.
And I agree with you. If he didn't have
as I always tell Mom, Eva and Leslie didn't create the bomb; they just lit the fuse.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
And
Bar, welcome to the
That's
stage.
all they did. They didn't create the bomb. Ted did that on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
All Leslie and Eva did was light the fuse.
Yeah, I mean, if he hadn't had the affair, none of that would have
There
happened.
would be
Or
no
if he
fuse
hadn't
to
tried to
light.
hide
It
the
wasn't their fault. You
pregnancy,
see what I mean? Because
yeah,
there would be no fuse to light.
right.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
but I think when Kat, she wanted to displace everything and put everything off on them. She was not willing, even though she was very angry with her father, she was not willing to look at the role that he played. Because if you feel that Leslie seduced your dad, he was a willing participant. She didn't, well, I can't use that word. She didn't SA him. So you can't put everything on Leslie, but she just was so angry. She wanted everything to be on Leslie. And also Kat looked at their family and the Duprees, I think, as being perfect people. We do it right every time, and she wasn't willing to accept that.
Now, Elaine says that Leslie had an affair, so I disagree with that. Now, I disagree with that. Leslie did not have an affair. Ted had an affair. She was involved with an affair, but Leslie wasn't married. Ted was. So Ted is the one that had the affair, but she was a participant in that
Yeah,
affair.
she was definitely a participant.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Erica J.
Hello.
Hey, Bar. So what did you
Hello.
think about what did you think about the conversation with Ted and Kat?
Well, I kind of disagree a little bit because I even wrote it in the comments. Uh, Eva was a co-conspirator, so she did play
In
a
what?
part in
In what?
in the whole reveal.
Wait,
I,
she was a co-conspirator in what?
the reveal of the whole Eva situation and Ted cheating with Leslie. She was a co in that, and I do believe that they didn't orchestrate. I mean, it depends on what side you fall on. I do believe if they didn't orchestrate that big to do to out them, I think it would have been easier for Nicole to have forgiven Ted as opposed to how public it was done.
But
And
they,
despite, I'm sorry, go ahead.
but she was talking about when Kat said uh, Eva broke up the marriage. We're not talking about at the reveal. You're absolutely 1000% right. Eva played a part in going in as a spy and all of that. We're not talking about that.
Mm,
At the very beginning, at the beginning of the adultery and the fornication, she's
mm.
saying that it was Ted
Well,
and Leslie was a participant, but Eva had nothing. She was a product of their
that
affair.
that would I think in that statement two things was actually true at the same time. I think you can look at it on the side of like I was saying, and I still stand on that. Like Eva was part of breaking up their marriage. If you believe that if it was not done so publicly, they probably would have had a chance to fix it. So it's not the fact that Eva, came knocking on the door and say, "Hey, I'm your lost long daughter," and you mad at her for doing that because you can't get mad at her for that. I think it was the way that it was done that would make pretty much a lot of people break up with their husband just because you're embarrassed. One of the biggest things is the embarrassment. If we can handle this behind closed doors, that's one thing. But the embarrassment in front of everybody and how it came out, I feel as though that was a big contributing factor to them breaking up. And I do believe that Eva was a co-conspirator in that. So I
Oh,
would
I'm
place
not.
her at fault as well. No, I'm not arguing with you. I was just making a statement.
What I was going
Hold
to
on a
say, I
second.
don't disagree with that at all. But we're
Hold on.
talking about at the
Hold on a
beginning.
second. Hey, Erica J. Okay, so let me just interject here. So far, as she was saying, we're talking about two different things. So yes, we know that Eva was involved in what happened in causing, in them having the big reveal at the party and all that, but that wasn't the
Mhm.
question. The question was that I feel that it was a slip of the tongue, like a mistake that stayed in the show when
Mhm.
she said the statement, "I blame Eva for breaking up the family." It would have
Yeah,
made more sense had she said, "I blame Leslie for breaking up the family,"
I
because
blame Eva. Like
because
I said,
that
I understand what you're saying completely. That's why I wrote in the comment. She's saying she can say both at this. She can say either or. They're inexchangeable. So I blame Eva for breaking
no
up the family.
no no
Why
no
do
no
I? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They're not interchangeable. And the reason why I'm saying that it's not interchangeable is because of the way the script was framed on that particular day. Kat had just spent an amount of time saying, I know that I had spent too much time obsessing on both of these people and what happened. So then after listening to her father talk about a variety of different things, she said, but I do blame Leslie. I do blame you for letting Leslie break up this family, but not I do blame you for letting Eva break up this family after the total sum of everything that she has said. I just think it was a slip in the script that she meant to say Leslie instead of saying Kat. This has nothing to do with like.
I got you. I feel as though it wasn't a slip.
I think it was.
Like,
it didn't make
I'm just
sense.
like I still. That's what I'm saying. I think she's saying. I didn't hear her say I blame you for letting Eva break up the family. I didn't think I heard it that way. So if she said I blame you for letting Eva mess up the family, then yeah, I would agree with you. But I didn't think I didn't think it went out that way.
Okay, let me tell you what it was because I wrote it down.
Okay.
Okay, she said. It said, Kat is happy her dad said that. And she felt gaslighted. She said, because no one believed my feelings about what I saw with my own eyes. It means a lot that you admitted that you were putting Eva first. Ted said, he does have a lot of making up to do with Eva, but it didn't justify spending less time with Kat. Kat said, I'll always think you were wrong for letting Eva get away with destroying our family.
Okay, okay, got you. And I still stand true on it. I would always think you was wrong for letting Eva get away with destroying our family because he's not really letting Leslie get away with it. He still is not chummy, buddy with Leslie, but he is chummy and buddy with Eva. And she said it before. Eva has not paid the penalty for what she did. Everybody is just forgiving her. So she does harbor.
I'm talking about.
No, I'm saying even in that conversation, she said he did not. If you could, she said if you could repeat that last line, she don't feel as though that he gave Eva, I guess, enough for what she did. Like, you know what I mean? He's not as angry with Eva as he should be.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I take it.
I still think it was a slip.
Because no matter what Kat said, even in previous episodes, that, you know, everybody is cutting her slack. Like she didn't do nothing wrong. And Ted is treating her as if she had nothing to do with the whole breakup situation. So I can see where she still feels that way. I don't see where that could be, where that's a slip.
Okay, but what would be treating her like she did have something to do with it? Because they did talk about it. She had acknowledged what she has done.
How quick I guess how quick he forgave her. He forgave her very quickly.
Does everybody need to stay mad forever?
If everybody you believe, no, I'm not agreeing with it. But if you're Kat, yeah.
But I'm saying Kat and her dad, not Kat, Eva and her father did talk about what she did, the role that she played in it. They've talked about it a few times.
Kat don't know though.
She talked to Nicole about it. She's like, she's talking to Nicole about it. She's like, my mama had me really believing this stuff about you. Otherwise, I would have never did this. But my mama told me that you didn't want me. My mother told me that you wouldn't have anything to do with me. My mother told me that you were over here raising and spoiling your children and didn't care what was going on with me. And I believed her. And even with that, she was like, and I apologize for the part that I played in that.
Yeah, we all know that Eva, we all seen Eva make her penance to everybody. Like we all seen it. She even tried to apologize to Kat. We all seen it. But if you're looking at it through Kat's eyes, Kat has no forgiveness right now for her. And in her mind, and she stated it before, she is amazed at how easily everybody else is forgiving her. And that includes her dad. Okay. He forgave her very quickly. And she stated that before. She does not like that. This is not my opinion. This is what they said in the show.
Elaine makes a good point. She said it may not have been a slip, but I also think the comment is quite on brand for Kat and what she.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see that. But
absolutely.
I was like, oh, that was a slip. That had to be a slip because it's Leslie who actually told the family up. What you talking? And still trying to tear it up. Law.
Yeah, but it wasn't even that. She does not. understand how Ted could forgive, even though that is his daughter. She doesn't understand how he could forgive her so quickly. How it seems like, because we talking literally right after it happened, Ted was all on Eva. It wasn't weeks that went by. It wasn't months that went by. It was instantly that he took Eva in, took her under his belt. And it's like, at that point, when she did what she did, you should have been mad at her for at least a couple months or something. You forgave her instantly.
She was
I'm saying in cat eyes. I'm not saying that's my opinion.
Oh, in cat's eyes. Okay.
No, in cat's eyes. In cat's eyes. It's not my opinion. I'm gonna forgive my daughter ASAP, and I'm gonna bring her in, and I'm gonna love her like Ted did. You get what I'm saying? Listen, baby, you made a mistake. You know what I mean? It's cool. Same thing with my son or anything. Like, you made a mistake. I'm gonna love you regardless. But everybody else ain't gonna forgive my son as quickly as I will.
Now, Elaine says
she was in the car. And she slept in the car before Ted told her he would get her a room.
But soon as Ted found out that next day, he set her up in a room, he brought her in, and he was all about Eva from that point forward. And Kat does not feel as though he should have reacted and moved that quickly. He should have been so, I guess, depressed about his wife and trying to reel his own kids in before he actually started trying to make amends with Eva.
Yeah, because Eva's not some stranger on the street. This is his daughter. So to say as any other child make a mistake and do something terrible, a parent is not going to treat you like, no, you can't.
That's
never
what I said.
House ever
but
again.
Everybody else going to be mad.
Right, everybody else going to be mad. So
everybody else going to be mad. Yep.
Rhonda says that Ted never held Eva accountable. Rhonda, let us know what accountability looks like in your view as to what it is Ted should have done that you would say now he's held her accountable. Let us know what that looks like to you.
It's hard because that's why. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just reading some comments. Ted took Eva to the country club 2 days after the anniversary fiasco. She needed somewhere to stay. What was he supposed to do with his daughter? Leave her on the streets?
I say this. Oh, I'm sorry.
The wife and the children. No, it wasn't. That was him taking care of a responsibility that he didn't know he had. What was he supposed to do? Leave his child on the streets? I'm just saying.
Let me say this. Oh, sorry. You still read.
By impregnating Leslie, but Eva should be forgiven because she is not a mistake. Because in life, Eva is a gift for both Ted and Leslie. Very much right, Raven. But we know that we're not talking about being reasonable. We're talking about a soap opera. All right, go ahead.
Yep. What I was saying too is it's like the common thing that most people went through in their life. It's like if you're having an argument with your boyfriend or your spouse or whatever, and it's a knockdown, drag out argument, and you go and you tell your parents everything that he done said to you, everything that he did, and then he turns around and he make amends and he tells you, I'm sorry, baby, take me back, and you take him back. You forgive him now. You're happy with him. You're back in love. Y'all done made cake and everything. Y'all canoodling again. All is well. But guess what? Your parents still don't like this dude because of what they heard. They not going to forgive him as easy as you just did. Right. And that road to get back in good graces with your family that you had told on him about is not going to be as easy as it was with you. They going to harbor that resentment towards your spouse or whoever, and it's not going to be sweet. So that's the same situation that we're kind of seeing here. Although Eva did what she did or whatever, and Kat can't forgive her easily because that's not her daughter or whatever. Mm-hmm. Ted can forgive her because that's her daughter. That's his daughter.
Mm-hmm. Now, Elaine says they went to lunch and Nicole had to run into them. He could have taken Eva anywhere. That's true, but they could have run into her at Orpha Jeans. They could have run into her at Uptown because they frequent all these places. But girl, we ain't got that many sets, so they had to go somewhere for us to hear the conversation.
And they needed to be seen for the drama.
They ain't got no money for no whole new set to take Eva somewhere around the corner. Girl, come on now. Oh. All right, give me 1 second so that we can thank our sponsors for tonight. Roll call.
What's the password?
Gatekeepers.
I slap it.
Welcome to Membership Island.
And whatever happens in the membership stays in the membership, so shh, tell them Richard.
Let me in here.
Thank you again to our sponsors, Jasmine, to KB Mommy, to Gloria Bowman, to Jazzy Poetess, to Elaine, to Peggy, to Myrtle Tinsler, and to Bilo Didi. Say thank you, panel.
Thank you, panel.
You
Oh,
crazy.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Now listen. I thought that Leslie played the role of Trisha Mann played the role of Leslie brilliantly this week. These last few episodes, toned down a little bit. What did y'all think about that?
I think so
There's
too. At
nothing wrong
least
with
you,
the actress. It's just that it's the writers. The writers are just
I was about to say the same thing.
in different directions at the same time. They're not giving her
Mm-hmm.
focus.
but she
No,
wasn't acting
but
so
she
ghetto.
played the role down, like she played the tone of the character
Yeah,
down. Now I love the Leslie character, but I'm saying I thought she found the sweet spot for Leslie.
and she didn't sound so ghetto this time. She was firm. She was still Leslie. She was still selfish, but she just wasn't all over the place doing all these other things. But one of the things that's so sad about her, she thinks she can buy recognition, acceptance, and appreciation in this neighborhood, and it's not so.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with E Daddy. Like she's a good actress, great whatever you
Mm-hmm.
want to call it. And
Mm-hmm.
I think she plays whatever they write for her to a T. Like she's when she's
Well,
annoying, and
what
when
I
she's devious. Like I
no,
love it all.
but what I meant is the delivery, because that's one that they'd be like, "What are you guys doing in here? What are you guys doing in here?" I just meant it was like
I got you. You saying
way
sometimes
over
she
the
can be
top.
extra.
Right. It was
I
like
got you.
way over
Sometimes
the
she
top.
can be
But
extra.
now I feel like she's found the real sweet spot for Leslie, because this is a lot to juggle. Like Leslie got these issues, Leslie's got those issues. She ain't shy. She don't mind to speak up for herself. She's she's funny. She's cold. She's a lot of things. So this is
Evil.
a lot. Yeah, she's evil. She's sneaky. She's charming. She's beautiful.
Mhm.
So I think I'm like, man, maybe this is where she found the real sweet spot for this character.
Mm.
Because even when she was
Oh,
talking to Vernon today, she wasn't all over the top, but she was up in his face though.
certain idiosyncrasies I don't pay that much attention to. You know what I mean? Whereas though others might. So, I really didn't care like the over if like she was overacting. I never was paying it that much attention. Leslie was just annoying me just for how they was writing her. And the fact that she was like just all over the place. Leslie, Leslie, Leslie. It's like too much after a certain point. But I understand what you're saying.
Now, Linda feels that it was outstanding, but Elaine says, I actually dislike Leslie at this time. 2 days of toned down Leslie does not take away from what she did with Chelsea, etc. I have a problem with the writing. Okay. See, I have a feeling that, sometimes I feel like these characters will never be able to do right for wrong for you. Listen, like I
Mhm.
kept telling y'all, I don't have a dog in this fight. Really, I don't.
Me
Okay. I'm going
neither.
to go where the writing goes. So now listen, Var, check this out. I want you to remember I said this.
Hmm.
Now, I don't think I've had anything to say about Kat this week except I'm so glad for her. I'm so happy for her. And look at her. And oh, that was good for her. And, I'm so
Yeah,
happy.
you've been good.
And they still gonna be like, you don't never say nothing nice about Kat. You always say something's coming down on Kat. And I'm like, I just go where the writing is for the week.
I
I'm
have to
talking
I,
about
I
say,
what
got
I'm
you,
saying.
but I got you, but
I have to say that I actually enjoyed Cat this week.
yeah, Cat was cool, but
Because
I get what you said. I get what you said, Miss J. But I'm trying to tell you, maybe you don't see it or whatever. You do have your points where you was like, it was a period where you was nitpicking on Cat. Like
I don't nitpick
everything
on
that
Kat.
Cat did, it seemed like you was nitpicking. I'm just keeping it real.
I don't nitpick on Kat.
I ain't saying you was wrong
I
for it.
nitpick on whatever's going on with the
Like it was one thing where you
writing
was
for
like,
the
see how
week.
she talks to her mom. See how
That
she talks
week.
to her mom, and I'm like,
That
okay,
week.
Eva talks to her mom, me too, but
Okay,
nobody points that out.
but the reason why I said that when I did about her was because it had been said she never talks like that to anybody but Eva. And I'm like, that's not true. So when I was like, see how she talking to her mama, I'm like, see how she talking to her mama? See how she was talking to
But,
so and so? She do talk like that. But
but in that moment,
I'm gonna go with these characters wherever they take them for the week.
But in that moment, she wasn't like talking down to her mom. She was kind of letting her mom know, "Hey, you're making moves or whatever." that I don't find to be like appropriate. But she wasn't trying to demean her mom
No, Cat
or
is
like super
Cat is
insult her
spoiled.
mom by any
Cat
means. She
is
wasn't being
spoiled.
mean to her.
Cat is spoiled, and the way she was talking to her mother, the tone was off. But Cat is spoiled, so Cat has always gotten away with being a little bit too much in the room.
I think
Because
if my
you and
mom was doing that, I would
mean,
have said the
I
same
could.
thing.
No, I could never.
I think I would have had to broach the situation, man. Like I don't know, I'm a dude though, and it's different. But I think if I seen my mom moving like that, like she out here
There's a way to
messing
say
around with two
everything, but
dudes.
you look. There's a way to say everything, but popping your neck and talking smart and talking about you out here dropping it low and whatnot, child. I would have to find my face. I would have to find my face next door from somewhere. See no Mo
What's better,
says
your daughter
hello.
calling you crazy? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, See no Mo says hello, and I think this is your first time commenting. So welcome in. You are now officially a gatekeeper.
Hey, hey,
Gatekeepers, a decree from the Queen.
Enough. Be seated.
Welcome in, See no Mo. I like that name, See no Mo. Nicole is a mess right now. Yeah, Jazzy Porter says, yes, Var, point it out. Yeah, go and call me out, because I'm a cat hater. That's all I do all day.
No, you're not a cat hater, like a serious
That's all
cat
I
hater.
do is hate on Cat. It don't matter what I say about Cat. Here she done said something about Cat. Oh God, here she goes.
All right, Miss J, you've been listening to me. Let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this, all honesty, right? I've been calling in here for a while. You've been hearing my takes. Do you really think that I'm a super Cat fan that I would have to get on you for coming at Cat? Like, do you really think? Yeah. So no, I'm just being honest. So when I say to you, it was some hate going on there for a little bit. I'm not coming from a personal space of loving Cat and like, why are you beating up on Cat? I could care less, but I'm just pointing out from what I saw. It was like, yeah, I see a little hate. I see what they talking about in the comments.
Miss Jen, you give backhanded compliments about Cat.
Yes, you do. You do.
Okay.
You do.
Have I been backhanded about compliments about Cat today?
I don't think so. No, but you have been.
Did I give backhanded compliments about Cat this week?
I don't think so. Cat's been good this week. Cat's been good. There's no reason. She's been good.
Out no backhanded quote unquote compliments about Cat is because I'm trying to stay current with where Cat is in the writing right now. And where Cat is writing right now is where I have been cheering for her to be, which is a turn in the character. To grow her up. To make her more mature, to make her more aware, to make her less spoiled. I mean, even she said she was a spoiled princess, but I mean, for me to point out she was being
everybody said it.
I mean, oh my God, that's a
no, it wasn't that. Ms. J, it was a point in time where you was just coming at Cat heavy. And I get what you said, right? But your comments was go ahead. I'm sorry.
As they were writing it, I was tired of her being a child about everything, but that's who the character was. And as I said, I believe that if we were to get a chance to see the character study that they handed her about who Cat was, that it was going to say she was a spoiled, entitled princess. That's exactly
absolutely like that's what everybody on the cast says.
Yeah, she said. Okay, but here's what Cat said herself. I was a spoiled, entitled princess, and I'm just speaking to the fact of, oh my God, her spoiledness is getting on my nerve tonight.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so there you go. There you go. So she was getting on your nerves, and you had a right to say what you were saying about her. But it's still because she was getting on your nerves. It was coming out through your commentary about it.
It's coming out through my commentary because Cat was on the stage for that week. What else?
No, as evil as Leslie be, I don't think she gets on your nerves like that. As evil as Leslie can be, and out of all the deeds that Leslie done, I don't think she gets on your nerves like that.
And that I think Leslie need to tone this character down. She too over the top. This is getting on my nerve. What that mean? Or was that somebody else?
No, you said she was acting. No, you said her acting. You were saying her acting was over the top.
And what she was doing was too much.
Okay, all right. I'll leave it alone.
I mean, was it too much, or was I? I'm just saying.
I'm not saying you wrong.
I'm
saying I can get with everything that you're saying is right. Listen, everything that you're saying is right.
No.
Go ahead.
About people and too over the top and over in folks' business and stopping up in folks' houses and touching on kids. I ain't complaining about none of this.
Listen, everything that you're saying is right. What I'm saying, and I'm not saying that you're wrong for even feeling how you're feeling, but it did seem like it was just a lot of cat bashing. That's it. Like it felt that way to me, and it felt like that to a couple people in the chat as well. And we could be wrong, but that is just how it was coming across to us. And like I said, I'm not sensitive about Cat at all. I was just picking up on it. It just felt like a little vitriol that you might have had towards her. You know what I mean? But I picked up on it.
Erica Vane, hey Erica Vane. Erica has thrown something complex, thrown a different bomb in the chat. She said, Chelsea is much more spoiled than Cat, but they don't want to call that out. Let me tell you something about Chelsea.
I don't think so.
Chelsea ain't had enough personality for me to be interested in talking about her. Let me just tell you now, Chelsea, Ashley, Martin, Smitty,
yeah,
Jacob, Naomi.
Yep.
Ain't nothing really happening.
And even with Chelsea's storyline with her getting kidnapped, I
ain't
didn't care.
had no stole the spotlight moments for me to be trying to get into a deep I mean, what about y'all? What y'all think about Chelsea? Let's talk about Chelsea. Let's call Chelsea out.
Even when she got kidnapped, that didn't draw me in.
Y'all to be able to have some conversation about Chelsea. Let's get it. What y'all
I ain't got nothing
to say about Chelsea? Come on, Miss Will. Daddy, wake up now. Well, tell me about Chelsea.
I don't. I think she's physically beautiful. But I really don't have any dislike toward her or any because she's more reasonable. She was the one who told Kat that she was too obsessing over Eva. So I don't have any. I mean, I don't know.
Now I just remember something.
In the
early days, wait a minute, check this out now. In the early days, if y'all were over here listening, baby, I used to wear Chelsea out. Now you know what, Fido?
Oh, you mean
around with everybody?
Those threesomes?
Yeah, and all that stuff. I thought she was, baby. I was wearing her out then.
Yeah, she was doing the most.
Then all of a sudden, she got kidnapped. She came back. She wouldn't come out the house. Wasn't nothing for me to talk about no more. She met somebody. She settled down. She trying to have a wedding. Ain't nothing for me to say about her.
It's kind of like right now. There's nothing really to say about Andre. There's nothing. Like it was theories that maybe Andre had a secret life or something like that. But I don't even think they're going down that path. What happened to the investigator?
I even dedicated a whole show to nothing but talking about Cat.
I want to know what happened to the investigator.
Silence, what now? What you say?
I just want to know what happened to the investigator.
No, wait. I even did a whole show about nothing but Cat.
Okay.
Rhonda Reed, did you hear that? Did you watch that one? Girl, y'all like.
If they're not talking about you, you ain't doing your job.
I promise you, this is what y'all gonna get one day, right? Check this out. One of these days, y'all gonna pull up in here, and I'm gonna give y'all the review you think you want. I'm gonna see how you like that. I'm gonna be like, but it was wonderful. It was good, and I thought that she was great. It was good. Oh, wait a minute. Elaine say, and you were negative for 30 minutes on Cat. Was I? Did that?
You're not going to beat the allegations.
Yes, I know.
You're not going to beat that. You just can't do it. You're not going to beat it. I'm sorry. People got their opinions. They feel how they going to feel. And that's
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to skip Cat anytime she on the show. Y'all going to get that one episode. I'm saying Cat was on, but Lord knows I don't want to say the wrong thing about her.
See, you only reading the negative parts. I'm sure it's a bunch of people that's agreeing with you right about now about Cat.
No, it's not. All I'm reading is my you be doing too much on Cat. You can't stand Cat. You just
if everybody telling you one thing, then it must be the truth, right?
No, because here's the problem. First of all, you don't even ride for Cat like that, so you don't even.
I'm non-biased. That's why you gotta accept what I'm saying. I'm non-biased. I'm not biased.
You do not. You do
Yeah,
not.
I don't.
See, I don't have an unreasonable opinion about any of these folks. I'm ready for all of them to do something tomorrow. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for all.
Look,
I mean, no matter how much I'm like, oh, I'm pulling for Cat. I want Cat to make this change. She about to grow up. They really growing up this character. And all I'm making reference to is the fact that she is been a spoiled bougie princess, and that's all they've shown us about her, right?
Right.
mhm.
Now I'm like, Cat about to grow up. Cat about to, oh Lord, Cat about to do her thing. She about to, well, I'm excited for the girl. You don't never say nothing about Cat. Y'all understand you talk about Cat.
Miss
You
Jen, I'm
know,
telling you, like a
no
point
matter
of view,
what.
right? Here's the point of view. If it's a cat fight between Eva and Cat, I think you sneaking a lick in. You're not trying to be
No,
obvious with it, but I
no.
think you throwing a little punch. I think
But
you
if the
throwing a little
girl do
punch at Cat.
something that's not right, I'ma say I don't think it's right. If she do something I think is wrong, I'ma say I think it's wrong. That's
I
what
think
I'ma
you low.
say.
I think you low key be joking Cat with Eva.
Okay, let me tell y'all something. This for all of y'all. This for all of y'all down in the chat trying to come at me about Cat. I am this dog, and right now y'all is the people behind the fence.
Comeu ela! Ele comeu você! Comeu! Eu não tô comendo verdade, não. Eu tô falando a verdade. Você tá falando a verdade, não? Eu tô falando a verdade. Não tô falando a verdade, não? Eu tô. Eu não te comi você. Mas ficou. Você sabe muito bem que eu não te comi você. Ficou e comeu! Porque foi desgraça. Mas você tava querendo ficar comigo lá e querendo dar pra mim. Aqui, desgraça. Eu não te comi, você tava de graça.
Mm-hmm.
They coming, you better go hide. They coming for you.
I
I
ain't
feel
going
it. They coming
nowhere.
for
I
you.
ain't
Go run
scared.
it. You better
This
run.
is my platform. I ain't going nowhere.
They gonna take you down. They coming for you.
And wait a minute. Let me see what Erica just said. 'Cause I think she gets it on the flip. She said, this is funny because people are so mad with me because I align with Cat. It's interesting. People go to channels that say the opposite and try to make them change. That's what I'm saying. So Erica probably catching it on the flip side. You don't never say nothing nice about Eva. Oh yeah, it is. Cat. And then so I know she gets it. She
I
gets
know
it.
Erica is really, 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 really hard on Eva. And while I think you're a very passionate sister, you have a lot going for you, but I had to cut you loose. I couldn't handle it with you.
Erica,
I couldn't.
Erica, we should do a live one night together. But we gotta wait till it's a show where they done really fought and let the people come over here and just fight it out, child. Let them fight. Oh Jesus! Oh baby, let them fight it out. Let them fight it out. Okay, let me see what Del J said. I feel Miss Jen. Wait, I'm gonna read y'all. Let me read y'all things. Like you ever see that on Jimmy Kimmel? Well, no, is it Jimmy Kimmel? What's the other guy? What's the other guys? Jimmy Kimmel and
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. When he had the people come on and read the emails about them. This is how I feel right now. I feel that Miss Jen is spot on. Cat. Most content creators are Cat fans. And I feel that Miss Jen is much more balanced on the Eva Cat situation. I can't listen to anti-Eva talk.
I can't.
Erica Vane says, meanwhile, Cat been grown, especially compared to her dad. She has listened to criticism, self-reflection, made adjustments, and more characters aren't even self-reflecting. Now I ain't about to say I agree with that, Erica, because now you know good and well Cat is a
Eva's
spoiled,
self-reflecting.
but
Eva's very self-reflecting.
she might be in a self-reflecting space. She might be in a more self-reflecting place, which is why I'm excited. See, I'm just excited to see Cat become who she's supposed to be because I feel that Cat is going to be a force to be reckoned with. When she can get past all this Marsha, I need to see what else she got for other people and all that other kind of stuff. Okay. That's what I need. I need to, because see, listen, I'm excited about Cat as an investigator. I think that Cat be spot on about stuff because she was not wrong about Eva. She was not. She was not wrong about Leslie. She was not wrong about most of the people that she get a suspicion about, just like she ain't wrong about Haley right now. But I need for her to lean into that more so I can be like, girl, see, Cat, that's what I'm talking about, girl.
Exactly.
Oh, speaking of that was good today.
I have no problem with her investigating Haley because Haley needs to be taken care of. She has gone away with too much.
That was good today. That whole thing with Tomas and everything else, that was good. I guess we'll touch on that later.
Said he want a versus Erica and Jennifer. See, but here's the thing: like I keep telling y'all, I don't really care. It's like Eva could become something different tomorrow. I'm gonna be on Eva's tail. I'm gonna tear her up.
Mm-hmm.
Let her do it. Let her do it. Let her go in court and lie for her mama. I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna be like, see, now that's the kind of fool you about to be. You gonna mess around here and get locked because I have empathy for the fact that Eva is an empath being raised by a narcissistic mother. I
Yeah,
get it,
I do too.
but I need for Eva to get into some therapy. I need for Eva to find her backbone and keep it, but I don't know if she's gonna be able to.
I think she seems well adjusted. I know I said that last week, but it even seems like she's coping well. Like I don't know, she don't. From what they writing her
I
now,
heard that, Eric.
she's self aware. She apologetic. She tries to keep her mom in check. I think she seems well adjusted.
But that's the hard part of it, Var, when a child has to parent the parent. And
Hmm.
she needs to be living her own life. She needs to be exploring and interviewing with her young man to find out what he wants and where he wants to go, where she wants to go. But she got to keep her back out. She's just like a mother who has an unruly child.
Hmm.
You're at church and you can't much of what's going on because you don't know when he's going to act out. You don't know if the Sunday school teacher is going to bring him to you in a moment and say she couldn't manage him. He has to sit with you. So this is the way Eva's having to live, and that's not a healthy way. She should be able to live her own life.
I think she kind of is living her life. I don't know. Her and the guy, they're dating, they're having their situation. Leslie pops up, and of course it's a TV show, so we're just seeing, the Leslie interactions with Eve a lot of times and different things of that nature. But it seems like she's living her life. She's doing what she wants to do. Leslie couldn't even talk her into actually working at the clinic.
Yeah, I
She
was
agreed to
so
help because it was a good cause, but Leslie couldn't get her to actually come there and be that worker. I don't know. I think Eva is handling things very well, and I think she's living a good life right now. I
now
don't see where life is bad.
she stood up to her mother, and I was so happy.
Yeah, but let's see how long it lasts, though. Now, here's some good points in the chat. Erica Vane says Eva is still lying about her mother, so how is she self-reflecting? And then she says every excuse they can find, not one rock unturned. Eva is on the right track. Someone says that they feel. Rhonda Reed says y'all make every excuse for Eva, and you make every excuse for Kat. So turnabout is fair play. Hold on one second. I'm gonna finish these comments. Eva is on the right track, still trying to do good. Most won't even acknowledge that fact. I'm not an Eva hater. I just think she behaves differently with Kat than she does with everyone else. When she claims to be reaching out to Kat and falsely, and she quickly gets vitriolic and angry. This makes me suspicious. I'm waiting for Eva to separate from Leslie. The moment she does that, Eva will find me on her side, but not a moment before. That may be a long way, Eva, because she's
That's
been
right. That's right.
conditioned by her mama so deeply. I want her to go to counseling so she can do that.
Yes.
So here's the thing.
Yes.
I feel that I can cheer for Kat's growth without it having to have anything to do with Eva. I just cheer for Kat's growth for Kat.
That's right.
And I cheer for Eva to be able to break free of her mother, but I don't know that that's going to happen for Eva. See, I don't think that's going to happen for Eva. Unless Eva go commit herself to some deep therapy forever.
And she would have to. She would have to be willing to separate physically from her mother. She would have to put up guardrails and know when the signs pop up, it's time for me to physically leave. She would have to protect herself so she wouldn't be lulled back in. Because you remember what the man Leon said, that these people, once they find you slipping away from them, they will pull you back in. So that's why I believe she needs to be physically separated. Yes, this is your mother. You honor her, you called her, but you have limited time you spend with her while you're getting well. You don't come every day and try to have lunch with her because you're going to get pulled back in. So if they could be physically separated and see each other maybe for lunch once in a while, go to church together, that would be fine. But as long as Leslie is in the situation where she's able to control, no, I don't see any way of Eva getting away from her.
I wanted to pause and say that I have a lot of respect for Erica Vane's take on these characters because she is a writer herself. So she knows about developing characters and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm not sure, but do you have background in like some kind of psychology type stuff as well? Because I say that because she really takes in-depth looks at all of these characters differently from any other content creator. Okay. So I have respect for her approach to these characters and the way that she looks at them, right? She says she didn't watch today's episode yet, but yesterday's episode was trying to convince Peaches that she's involved and wants to get involved with the community when she knows the real person. I think that Eva is delusional where her mother is concerned. I think that Eva wants to see her mama change so bad that she's willing to take any little crumb that's thrown out there about her mama. That's what I believe.
And for the people,
I think the girl wants
people who feel like
people
should confess about her mother in that helmet, I wonder what it would. Let's put it, if that was your mother, would you go down to the police station and talk about the helmet?
That's what I wanted to comment.
Holding that against her. She had evidence. Yeah. She didn't turn it in. She had evidence. She didn't turn it in. Now I would like to see you step your behind down there and turn your mother in.
All I wanted to say was, hold on. Can I make a statement real quick?
Yeah,
I've been waiting. All I wanted to say was the reflection. Yeah, you can be self-reflecting without admitting to everybody all of your misdoings, right?
That's right.
You know, she don't have to admit everything that her mom did to be self-reflecting. Absolutely. I think she apologized where she needs to apologize at, and she's actually making a conscious decision to actually separate herself far as the conversation from her mom. She tries to clean up her mom's mess, and she's not really standing by everything that her mom did. And even with today, when she was having a conversation with Vernon Duprees, Eva came back to make sure that things didn't go left between her and the mom. Not to stand up for her mom, but to actually stop her mom from going too far with Vernon. Mm-hmm. So I think she's making like all the appropriate moves to show that, hey, I'm not really backing this lady. This is my mom. And it's nothing that I can do really about her, but try to keep her reeled in. And I think that's what she's doing.
And also, it's very easy for people to sit and say, well, she needs to go and tell about the helmet. Now, the one thing where that helmet might be a problem for her, if she and is become engaged, that's something standing between them. That might not.
If she tells on her mom, she's going to jail for being what is it called? I can't get the word out. She's going for being an accomplice. She's going to jail because she actually assisted her mom in hiding the material, and she's known about it. So if she tells on her mom, she's in essence telling on herself. And I'm not going to jail for nobody.
But Var, I'm not saying she should. I'm talking to all.
No, I ain't saying you saying that. I'm not saying you said that. I was just saying.
Who think she should go to the police station and tell about the helmet? I'm
agreeing with you.
I was
agreeing with you.
People would turn their mother in.
Yeah, I was agreeing with you. Agreeing with you.
Everybody said they would. Okay, and I have some other stuff we want to cover too because a lot of stuff happened. So let's talk about the Lynette, Randy, Valerie / Haley situation this week, right? I don't know who zooming who, but it's a lot going on. Randy is trying to pull the wool over Lynette's eyes, Lynette trying to pull it over his eyes, while Randy pulling the wool over Haley's eyes, while Haley pulling. I mean, this is a vicious triangle.
And then you add in Tomas. Tomas is trying to pull the wool over Lynette's eyes. Like everybody is trying to pull.
Tomas
that's
is
a tree.
That's
a good one.
But
how
do you all see this stuff playing out though? Because I think Lynette ain't going nowhere.
I think it's about to blow up because Tomas. I mean, I don't know. Bill is blowing up at Tomas, thinking that Tomas is trying to maybe double cross Kat, and I really think Tomas is going to go to Kat and explain everything that went down. And I think between Tomas and Kat, because you said Tomas has entered the chat, I think Kat has entered the chat because Kat will now be teaming up with Tomas to try to bring down Leslie. I'm not Leslie, Lynette.
She don't know she gonna get a 2-for-1 because she don't know yet the Haley in there, but she did throw that question there. She was like, "Well, don't that mean Haley would have to something to hide? Then what's up?"
Yeah, and the way that Haley came in, I think that just solidified to Tomas that Haley has something to do with it.
Do y'all still think
that Haley is going to go back and tell Bill and lie on him to Bill, that's really going to have his ears up with Haley because he's going to know that she went to Bill.
Do y'all think Lynette is after Bill? Because I do.
I think she would take Bill. I think she wants Bill, but I don't know if she's actively trying to get Bill yet. I think she would dig in any chance she get. I just can't see where she could get in at.
Really?
Because they are 2 for 1. Because if you bring down Haley, you bringing down Lynette. Haley is not. We spoke about this like a couple months ago. Haley is not going to let Lynette bring her down and watch her thrive with Bill. That's not happening. So if Lynette brings down Haley, Haley's going to bring down Lynette and be like, hold up, no, you ain't going to keep him and leave me out here. Because if you tell on me, I'm going to tell on you. I wouldn't let that ride if I was Haley. Not at all.
Okay, but why is Randy going to church? Does he want Mona? Is he trying to use Mona?
No, Randy is repenting. I think Randy was speaking his mind when he said he's done a lot of things that he's not proud of. You see in movies where a lot of these gangster dudes go to church and, try to get repentance for their sins. They're going to keep doing what they're doing, but they still go to church. I done seen a lot of movies where hitmen would go to church and be talking to the priest about, different things that they did and asking for forgiveness. I think he's in conflict with his soul right now.
Now that's a possibility. I
That's
really
true.
do.
He did do something.
He likes gospel music, so I think he might be.
It ain't no gospel music he out there over at that church. Let's
He's
not
in
play the
conflict with his soul.
fool. We know good and well. Ain't no gospel music he got to down there to that church house. It ain't.
You think he really after her? I don't know if he's really after her or he's just looking at her as a nice lady. Huh?
Thick thighs save lives.
Say that one more time.
Thick thighs save lives.
Oh, thick thighs save lives. Okay. Yeah.
That's what you're about.
Maybe, I don't know. I really think he looks at her as a nice lady, and I think that he felt as though he should go to church. I don't know. I don't know if he's really attractive to her like that. He could be. I could be wrong.
Lynette is beautiful.
No, I ain't talking about Lynette. I'm talking about the other one. What's her name? Mona. I'm talking about Mona.
Oh, you talking about child? You know what happened? I was reading my notes. I heard you say that, and my mind was on the line I was reading. Okay.
No, I was thinking about Mona.
Mona cute. Them big old
I ain't
eyes.
saying she's not. I just don't know if she's his type.
She slapped him upside. Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. In real life, she would be probably. I don't know, cause I'm telling you, I think Randy like.
See, it don't seem like it because he's not fighting. See, here's the thing. This is my thing. Right? He didn't fight to get her back. He's still just dealing with Lynette, and I'm sure he eventually is going to apologize and try to make peace with her. I think he looks at her as a nice lady, but I don't think he's looking at her as somebody that he's trying to make a move off. Even if he is attracted to her, I think that he wouldn't probably be interested in really doing nothing because he don't want to hurt her. And he kind of knows how his life is and how that would actually affect her. So I don't know.
Erica, I agree with this. She said Haley is not gonna have a choice because Lynette has the big joker. That's true, baby. She got the big joker. Game over.
Absolutely. I remember a couple episodes you said like who's woman, who Haley or Lynette, and I said the same thing. Like Lynette has the trump card. No matter what happens, all she got to do is snitch on Haley, and that just ends everything.
Lynette can move this around in many different ways. She can get ahead of Haley. Even if Haley go say something, I can still burn you up with what I know. I got evidence of what I'm talking about. I can say that you was the reason why I came and did what I did. Baby, you done raised yourself up a full grown dog, baby. That's what you did, Haley.
Only thing Haley could do is offer. And I really think that Lynette saw Haley getting married to Bill when it went viral. When Danny had the pistol and it went viral. And I think Lynette probably saw it then, and that's probably when she started plotting her moves. She probably been plotting it the whole time. She might have embezzled the money just to have a good reason to come to town to link up with Bill.
Do you guys feel that Bill is doing all of these foolish things because he, as a man, cannot accept the fact that Haley might be wrong? Because the way he jumped to Moss, first of all, if you think someone has been inappropriate speaking to your wife, You ask them to tell you what happened. You listen
No, you
to
don't.
what they have to say, but you
No, you
don't
don't.
just
Yes,
jump.
you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. My wife is infallible. So whatever she came back and told me, it must be the truth. That I'm telling you, that's how a lot of dudes think. Whatever she came back and told me, it's the truth. So I ain't gotta ask you no questions. I got everything I needed to from my wife. What we gotta talk
Now,
about?
now, Elaine, you're gonna have to repent about that there comment right there.
What she said?
She know what she doing. Talking about Randy's workout video. Y'all gonna leave that boy
Uh,
alone. Leave him
but yeah,
alone.
once you say something about once my wife tell me something, it should be no reason that I need to come back to you and have a conversation. Have a conversation about what? I don't need you. I already know what I need to know.
I want to scoot over to this because I don't want us to go over 3 hours, right? I do not want to go over 3 hours. We're already at 2 hours and 26 minutes. Okay, so listen.
All right.
Elaine, has Ted done enough as a beginning for you when it comes to Cat? Has Ted done enough to impress you just a little bit as a beginning with where he started things with Cat? I just want to hear her take on that down in the chat. Now, let me go to another question. I want to come back to whatever she writes. All right, now, no baby for Bill and Haley. Haley was so happy she ain't got to have no big head baby, she said.
Of course she was happy. I knew that all along.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to see Haley happy because I had to watch a nurse soap and I had to see another character I didn't like be happy. So Wednesday was not a good day for me.
I know she better be careful calling Bill Big Head on the slide. I know that. I do know that. Because she can get it over here still.
Give it to her,
I'm
Miss
gonna
Jen.
put the video on her too. She better recognize.
Give it to her.
I'm just saying. Elaine, what you oh, she saw Elaine said no, she was not impressed with what's girl, you the one won't you talk about won't cut nobody no slack. Ted got advice. He took the advice. He went over there and took the advice, went and talked to his daughter. He admitted what he was wrong. He was like, I want us to work on the beginning. The man done tried at the beginning and you won't even give him the beginning. Come on now.
Well, that's the same thing that they said with Ted and Nicole. It's like, yo, he could have did more. He should have did more. It wasn't nothing else he could have done. Like he told you in the interview, he did what he could do.
Lane said it's too much, too little, too late to ever try again. She says too much, too little, too late. She ain't
He
trying
made a good start. And I like the way you phrased that question too, because
Okay.
it's like,
You know what,
did he make a
Elaine?
good start?
Elaine, you done deserved it. Here you go, Elaine.
Say something else about Bill. Say something.
Oh, wrong one.
Oh, oh.
Oh,
That's her answer to what a job Ted did. She said she would slide up on Ted and she would smack him down.
I think he made a good effort. What more can he do to start off with Kat? Like, what more could he do? He would buy her a car. You know what I mean? Give her money. She already got all that.
but Var,
What more can he do?
I think for the people who have the hatred toward Ted, it's just like the people who have the hatred toward Eva. They could give one of their organs and it wouldn't be enough. So there's no need trying to reason. You just
I can't see it.
just leave it alone.
I try to see where people coming from though. You know, I like that. I want to hear exactly where you're coming from because sometimes it just boggles my mind. Like I don't get it. I'm confused. I want to be aware. I don't like being ignorant.
Well,
I
look
want to
at
be
the
aware.
same thing that happened to the Duprees. Bill went in and bashed Ted when Ted tried to get the house across the street
Yeah.
down. And then Bill did Danny the way he did, according to Danny, out of her own mouth. He was a serial adulterer. Then on top of that, when they would go places, he would flirt right in front of her face. But yet, Danny decided that Ted couldn't come to her house. They wouldn't go to visit Ted on Thanksgiving because of her sister. She's she's in allegiance with her sister. But yet, Bill can come and go. Even came to Andre's house. So people just pick out who they want to be with and who they want to forgive. And look at how how they treated Ted. But then Bill went over there and laid money on the table and they were gambling over Ted. They treated him just like a dog when he got drunk that night. Well, now when they needed Ted, Ted went right over, did the IV, made sure her dehydration was taken care of, and said he would be available anytime. So
Mhm.
we need to all check ourselves. We have special people that you give them special cards when they do wrong.
I
Mhm.
think Ted may be a people pleaser. Because why I say that is because my question was not did Ted do enough. I said did Ted do enough for you as a starter, as a
That's why I liked
beginning
how
of
you phrased
trying to
it.
do
Yep.
better, right? I
Yep.
don't mean overall like was this enough. I said as a like the foot in the door, the beginning where things began, that they
Yep.
went, they talked, he had acceptance, he talked to her, he affirmed her. Now y'all know they can't have no whole half hour, 2 hour conversation.
Well,
Now as
but
he
then
so
if he would have wrote her a text and said, "Hey," then I would like, no, that's not enough.
right.
You know what I mean? But he actually took time out, and despite whatever, these people are busy. Like they're
Mhm.
busy. He's a doctor. You know what I mean? Like they be busy. So he took the time out. He had dinner with her. I mean, lunch with her, whatever it was. Had a conversation, reaffirmed the fact that he still loves her, the fact that he's there for her. Like, what more
That
can you
he's
do?
done
Like I said,
wrong.
what more can you
That he's
do?
done wrong. And I still
Yeah.
want listen, Var, because you know this gonna come back different that I said something else. But listen, I'm gonna say it
Good.
to you so y'all could be the scorekeepers, right? I said as a beginning, as
Yes.
opening the door to
Yes,
trying to do better. I thought that he went in with the right tone. Here and what I mean
yes.
is he acknowledged where he went wrong, he acknowledged what he did, he
Hmm.
acknowledged the effect, he acknowledged what he did as in particular with Cat. He didn't like try to shift all blame and say, "Yeah, but if you had it, da 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 da." I thought that it was a good beginning. Now, here's the
Yeah.
question: where you go from it with it now, Ted? That's the question.
No, the question is, put it out there, put it back out there, and say, okay, then tell me what you would have did if you was him.
Oh,
What would you do?
that's a good
What would
question.
you want him to do if you could make him do it? What would
That's
make it right in your eyes?
that's a good question.
That's the question. What would make it? Everybody that has beef with how people are handling it, what do you want him to do?
Jazzy Porter says Ted made an attempt, but he needs to stick to the quality time with Cat and Mouse. Right, but he also needs to continue all his children. He needs to do that with. So you know you're right. Wait, so you know you're right. People pick this and wait a minute. So you know you're right. People pick this and that, and you are a prime example of that, ma'am.
Oh damn! Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know what that. I don't even know what that
she she
means.
she came at you. She said people pick and choose, and I think she's talking to you or Miss Lil and saying that you're a prime example of that, meaning you got your picks.
Oh, that's right. I
So
never
she's
denied
talking to
that.
either
I really
you
don't.
or Miss Lil.
I
Yeah,
really don't. I really don't.
well, I
Anything
really do. I really
talking
do, and
about
not
Ted is
just
just a spiel. It's just I don't really care. It's just a spiel. But go ahead, Miss Lil.
if my pick does wrong, I will stand 1,000% and say she is wrong, wrong, wrong. But I don't like to have her the way people dog walking her, like everybody else can get on there and do whatever they want to do. But now, other than that, you'll hear nothing from Miss Lil because I am what I am, and if I know that I prefer somebody over somebody else, I'll just tell you I do. But I
I'm gonna
have
tell you.
nothing against people. Like I said, nothing. Even this week, Cat is becoming more tolerable to me if she stays away from me. But that's the only time that I just can't deal with her. But now I have no problem with her. Even Miss Jen said on one of the recaps how pretty she looked with straight hair. I agree, she does look pretty.
I love her
I
straight hair,
don't
but
believe
I
Miss
do
Jen hate. I don't believe you hate Cat. Like I
I
don't
do
believe
not.
you hate her at all. Like I don't. I
I
don't
do
know.
not.
Like I don't
But
believe that.
I don't like self entitlement and nobody like that. So the way that they wrote the character, to me, she was just a behaving the comparison I made of her was like a Whitley Gilbert, right? So I saw her as Whitley Gilbert when the show first started, and I loved. And Whitley was my favorite character on A Different World. But let's
Hmm.
face it, she was a bougie spoiled princess,
Whitney
as
and Hillary.
which were her exact words on one of the episodes when she first started on the show. But then I love watching her evolve as a character where she became more accepting, more understanding, less selfish, less this, less that. But she was still Whitley underneath it all. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way
Yep.
I see it. I'm sorry.
You know what's
And listen,
funny too? I seem like I'm
I
sorry.
want to say, and in real life, right? I'm definitely the friend that's like I'm gonna be your friend. Don't you worry about it. But I'm gonna tell you where you're wrong too now.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Nah,
right. Now
nah,
that's good.
girl, nah, nah, girl,
That's
nah,
good. That's
girl,
good.
girl. Mm-mm.
What happened
Oh
last
no,
week?
Erica Vane said that was for Miss Lil, but she ain't know her name. See, that had nothing to deal with me. I'm like, I ain't even saying nothing.
I knew it was for one of
Okay,
y'all.
okay.
Y'all the
That's
Oh,
only
right.
Erica said he
That's
spent
y'all the
what
most
only
of his
lambs
shift
on
at
here.
the
Star
nurse's
said it
station.
was for me, and I take that 1,000%. I don't have a problem with it. I do not like the way Eva's being bashed. I do not take up for her wrongdoing. I will not participate in any other man's sin or any woman's sin. But by the same token, I call things the way I see it, and I do think people dog walk her
Yeah.
too much. They give her no
Now
understanding
I
from
could
being raised by Leslie.
I could see if I was like, I don't want to call her name, but y'all remember we used to have somebody used to come up on the panel all the time and she was riding for Haley, right?
Oh,
To this
Haley,
day,
yeah.
no matter what, she still loves us some Haley and she still thinks that Danny is the evil cow, right? But what I'm saying is that I ain't never gonna get caught up in that kind of way where I'm so for a character that no matter what they do,
No.
down there to
If
the wire,
you're wrong, you're
right?
wrong. And
I ain't
even
about
I
to do all
admitted
that.
what she did with Tomas and allowing Tomas to take her to bed. That was 1,000% wrong. And even trying to be close with him, knowing that she and Kat did not have a good relationship and Kat hated her, that was 1,000% wrong.
But
But
in reality, because I'm looking at somebody's comment on the screen, guilt has led Ted to move the way that he did with Eva. I wasn't there for you, blah blah blah. I think that like Ted said, he's not good with what was that he said he wasn't good with? He's not good. He's not communicating.
Mm-hmm.
He's never been good with
I think he's
communicating.
good. I didn't get that statement. How is Ted
I
not
didn't
good at
either, but
communication?
that's what they
He
wrote. He said
communicates. He communicates great with Eva. He
he
communicates with Kat when
maybe
he talks to her.
he's not good with confrontation.
Confrontation. But who would he have to be confronting? I don't think
Leslie,
he
His
confronts
whole
Leslie.
situation and
yeah,
everything
Leslie.
else.
He confronts
Nicole,
Leslie. That didn't make no sense.
the situation with Nicole, the situation with his daughters. I mean, I think that he just may be a person he don't know how to do confrontation. He just go run.
But didn't he say communication though? He didn't say confrontation though, did he? I thought he said communicating. Like
I don't
communicating
know.
his feelings, maybe his emotions. I don't know. But I think
Elaine
that was a
said Ted
misstatement.
is wrong 89% of the time. Even when he in surgery, he don't know what he doing. No, I'm teasing. Ted doesn't like
Did
confrontation.
he answer that question? What could he did as a first start with Cat? What could he have done as a first start with Cat? I really would like to know
I
that
don't
answer
know.
because everybody
I
say
don't
it ain't
know.
enough, it ain't this, it ain't that. But you don't. But pretty
Well,
much
I'm
people
gonna
don't
tell you
have
about that,
what
right?
they would do.
For some of these questions that we have are it's gonna take people being more than keyboard gangsters and coming up here and actually coming up here and being bold to say what they got to say up here too.
Stand
Because
on it.
y'all risk it to come up here and speak your opinion. You gotta come up off the
I ain't risking
keynote.
nothing. This light work. This light
No, I'm
work. I ain't
saying
risking
I know
nothing.
it. That's what
I
I'm
know I'm
saying.
messing with you.
No, that's what
Talking
I'm saying.
trash.
I'm with you on that. Me, you, Miss Lil, E Daddy, we ain't never
This is
scared,
light work.
okay? But anyway,
Yeah, this is light
listen,
work.
if Erica, the different people that's done come up, Jasmine, they ain't never
Yep.
scared, okay? But listen, you gotta come up out of the comment section sometime and come up here and talk so we can ask you these questions. Okay, now
Hmm.
it's 2 hours 38 minutes. I got
We
some.
got time. We got the rest of the night. Come on,
Wait,
let's
no,
go.
who got the rest of the night?
No,
We got
We
the
got
rest of the night.
tonight. We need tomorrow.
and your wife is waiting for you, so she's not going to want you to sit up all
Ooh,
night talking.
No, she works on Saturdays, so that's why I'll be up. She got to go to bed early. I don't. I don't work
oh,
on
okay.
Saturday. She got to
All
go to
right.
bed early.
Okay, hold on one
Oh,
second. I want to
I'll
look. It
be
was
up.
something else down here I wanted to cover. If he tells Kat, will she tell him? Okay, I was talking about. Okay, so why do you think? Why do you think Lynette wants to get close to Tomas? We already know why Tomas wants to, but why do you think
Well,
Lynette wants to get close to
wouldn't
Tomas?
she?
The case is over.
The question is, why wouldn't she?
Yeah, but why does she? Because she's a scammer.
Yes. So what you?
Scammers is
Okay.
always
All
scamming.
right. Here's the thing. The question is, why would she want to get close to Tomas? Right. The
Hmm.
reason why you want to get close to Tomas, for one, women find him attractive. That's one. For 2, he's a lawyer. For 3, he's a partner. He's making some
Junior
coin.
partner.
Either way,
Haley had to make that clear today. Junior partner. Don't get him twisted up with Bill. He a junior partner.
He's rising up the ladder. So why wouldn't you want to be attached to that young man? You know, the same way that Haley's attached to Bill. Why wouldn't she want to be attached to Tomas if she could? She gonna scam him out of. She want to scam him out of his money.
I was surprised that Tomas had enough of backbone to say that to Haley, but he was exactly right.
I love that scene.
Yeah, she's going
to
tell him about flirting with the clients and give him this business about office policy. He reminded her, when you were just a legal aid and this man was married, you became his second wife.
Tomas is dumb. Tomas is dumb. You don't say that to her. Like even when he tried to check Haley before, and Bill had to put him in his place. Like, you don't check the boss's wife. You try to find something strategically to get her hemmed up or whatever.
They used to be co-workers. They used to be co-workers. They used to be.
It doesn't matter. Now you ain't my co-worker. You my boss.
I'm just saying they used to be co-workers, so they probably used to have a different, flow with each other. But now I'm gonna tell you something. I scratched my head today, and I was like, nah. Why would you say that to the boss's wife?
Yes, I don't get it. He's dumb. Like, some of these people are smart dumb. Like, that is really smart dumb, because you don't confront Haley like that at all. And clearly she came in like she came in hot. And it wasn't for Tomas. It was really for Lynette. I don't think she thought Tomas was really trying to come at Lynette like that. I think she knew that Lynette was trying to come at him. For one, it's clear that she brought him the basket there. You get what I'm saying? So she was really trying to nip that in the bud, because you don't need to
basket to Bill's office.
Oh, they was in Bill's office? I thought it was his. I thought he was
that was Bill's
office. A shift, because Leslie reminded him that he had his own office, and maybe he should go back to his own office.
And I was like, now,
why? She told him she brought that there for him, right?
I guess because he was in there. That basket got passed around today. Like, I ain't gonna say like what, but it got passed around today. Because it was for him, then it was for him, then Haley was like, no, it's for you. Okay, Erica Vane has an answer for you. She says, VAR, what Ted could do. Apologize for asking her to make peace with Eva before she is ready. Apologize for not supporting her more after finding out Eva slept with Tomas. Ask, what can I do now? And then also he needs to ask, what can he do? Those are good ones, Erica.
Yeah, it is, but I thought he already did. I thought, if I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn he already apologized to her about a couple of those points. I appreciate the other point that she said, what can I do to make it better now? And I guess
these were well thought out points.
We don't know, but see, here's the thing though. Here's the thing with the writing and everything. We don't know everything that he asked. We saw 3 minutes of their lunch, probably in total. I'm sure they sat down and talked longer than that 3 minutes. So certain things you can probably deduce or assume. I'm sure it was more conversation than what we saw if this was real life.
Okay. Now, we are 2 hours, 43 minutes, so we got 15 minutes to go. I got a question for y'all. Let me explain to you before I give you the question that you are only allowed to put one name in the chat. One! I said one. You got to pick one. It's 68 of y'all on here, so I'm expecting at least 25 responses. Here we go. If Kat had to forgive one of them and genuinely mean it in order to save her life, who do you think she would choose to forgive? Leslie or Eva? Or who would you like to see her forgive? Leslie or Eva? You can only choose one.
It's Eva for me.
Eva for me.
It gotta be Eva.
So she can only, if let me ask the question again. If Kat had to forgive, genuinely forgive one of these people in order to save her life, who would you like to see her forgive, or who do you think she would forgive?
It's still Eva.
She can still hold a grudge against the other one, though.
It gotta be Eva. I can't see a world. I can see a world where she forgives
Eva.
Leslie.
Don't criticize my question. Just play along. It's only a game. Don't get that deep with it. Just choose one. Psychologically speaking, I cannot choose one because I do not know they one and the same for me. Or you just gonna let Eva check out? Gonna let Cat check out of here? Come on now. Rhonda Reed, where you at? Get down here and get your answer. Elaine, get down here and get your answer. Erica, you got to choose one. I don't care how silly it is. Come on now.
It gotta be Eva.
That's the game. Elaine said, Cat. Elaine, why are you choosing violence?
I choose violence. That's what she wrote.
Why are you choosing violence?
She said I choose violence.
Look at Elaine's answer.
I can't. I don't be on YouTube.
Elaine said Cat's funeral will be sad.
She choosing neither.
Oh Lord, call are too much tonight. Leslie is the villainous one between the two. So who do you think she'll forgive? So I guess you're saying she would have to forgive Eva? Elaine says, I will wear black to the fume. To the fume. To the fume. She said, and maybe pearls. Elaine, you are horrible. Elaine said, it's going to be some slow singing and flower bringing because I ain't choosing neither. She just got to go. Oh, Lord. Y'all are something else. Eva. Now, Rhonda Reed, get down here and give your answer. Now, you down here typing all this other stuff. Get on down here now. Who else? Let me see who else in this chat been talking. Belinda, you still in here? Let me see. Sean B, Jazzy Portis. Elaine done cut up tonight.
I'll be quiet now.
Elaine said, I know that somebody's gonna sing a song for Cat. Oh, she said maybe B-Lo can sing.
Miss Jen, you can host the repass.
Program. Huh?
You can host the repass.
I host it. Give a real dick one's why. Elaine says she want Amazing Grace. Y'all are too much. Y'all just want it to be some smoke. Rhonda, you better not pop up in this chat. Say nothing else later till you give an answer on this thing. She might be hung up though. I don't know. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, that was it. That was about the bulk of what happened this week. I thought it was a good week.
Let's touch on last week a little bit. I don't even remember last week.
Y'all don't get to talk about last week because y'all opened up no panel last week. Y'all ain't about to spend the block on me. No, sir. Look, I'm in my feelings because last week I had done went and pulled all these pictures and I was ready for the recap. I was like, you know what? I'm about to get them a fish fry they ain't never seen before. I'm about to have the pictures ready for each one of the storylines. I had pulled out all these little interesting points and videos. I was like, oh, that's all right. That's okay, though. Linda says, Alexa plays Soon Will Be Done. Troubles of the World. Soon will be done. Remember that from that movie?
No.
Imitation of Life.
Oh, I love that movie. They sing that on there?
Yeah,
that was the one with
what's her name? Mahalia Jackson sang that in the movie. Trouble of the World.
That's the one with Jack Nicholson, right? Imitation of Life, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson was dating the girl's daughter.
No.
I mean, dating the girl mama.
No. Imitation of Life is the movie about the black girl who wanted to be white. Yeah. And she denied being black and she kept running away from her mama. And then her mama died at the end. And she was running through the streets. Mama. Oh, I loved you, Mama. I did, Mama. I loved you. Her mother would she would run away from her mother. Her mother would go chase her down.
Yeah, I remember
find her. Oh, Erica,
was the two movies called Imitation of Life?
Rhonda Reed said she's sending flowers. You would have laid hardcore. I love it though. I do. Okay. My question was, if Kat had to genuinely forgive one of the characters and forgive them between Leslie and Eva, or she would lose her life. In order to save her life, she got to forgive one. What would be the one that you would want to see her forgive, or you think she would forgive, Leslie or Eva? It's just a question for fun. It ain't no deeper than this. So if she had to forgive one of these characters, who would you like to see her forgive, or who you think she would forgive? Erica says she would choose Eva, but she would hate every minute of it. True. A story about black people
Well, if
passing.
her life wouldn't be worth forgiving Eva, then maybe Elaine is right. Just wear black dresses.
Elaine said, black dresses, slow singing, flower bringing. It's going to be a beautiful program. Not
Yeah,
program. It's going to be a beautiful program at the funeral.
You're that full of hate and unforgiveness that you couldn't even lay aside when someone wants to save your life, then I have no empathy for that.
They just clowning.
Yeah, they just funny. We just having some fun. I think that's what I'm gonna make y'all end every week is with a fun question about. So you gotta choose one.
The man or the bear? One. The man or the bear? Which one?
What the man said: if you see me fighting the bear, help the bear. That's what Leslie said today. She's like, you see me in a fight with a bear, help the bear.
Yeah, she said.
Hold on, what y'all pick though? The man or the bear? That was a thing going around for a while.
You know what? A lot of men were very angry when that question came about.
I know.
But what I don't think men realize is that, okay, so I heard somebody say this on Oprah show one time. They said men really hope that a woman will never embarrass them, like humiliate them. Like that's what a man really never wants, to be humiliated by a woman publicly, right? And that women really just hope to end up with somebody that won't take our lives. In the end of it, we're trying to figure out, do we trust you? Are you the kind of person that would flip out? So I understood this question of, and here was the crazy thing about men getting mad. It was only men who answered the question. This was not a question posed to women. Somebody asked a bunch of men. No. That question, when that video went viral, it was only men who got asked the question. If you had to choose between your daughter being left in the woods with a bear or a man, which would you choose? All the men said the bear. It was not a question. Yes, it was not a question posed to women.
Well, I heard the women responses, and a lot of women was choosing the bear.
I would choose the bear.
Yeah, a lot of people got mad at women for choosing the bear. Because chances are, I feel it too. Because chances are, in most cases, 9 times out of 10, that bear is going to rip you apart.
Not necessarily.
And you're putting it on like a man, that a man would automatically do something to harm you if you're left alone with him. And
well, until we know you, we don't know if we can trust you. I mean, here's the thing.
But you can trust a bear?
Not that I would. It said be left with one. Not that I'm about to be all up on it, but I figure like I got a chance to get away from the bear, charm the bear.
You got a better chance with a bear than a dude?
No, because when y'all ain't right, y'all ain't right.
Okay, ask me, the man or the bear. I'm picking the man. I got a better chance against some dude than I do against that bear.
Now, I love men. God knows I do. Lord knows I do. But if it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't have no wars.
I get it.
We wouldn't have all this foolishness going on right now. People wouldn't be hungry in the streets, living on the streets, because women are going to nurture and take care of people. But y'all always got to be starting some mess. Even the way y'all greet each other is violent. Hey man, how you doing? Patting all hard on each other, pushing, pulling, and carrying on. Women walk in, we go, "Hey girl, how you doing?" Y'all just why y'all so physical?
But a bear is more physical than us.
But I probably figure I could outsmart a bear.
What? Okay.
Yeah. See, I'll be like, you know what? I'm about to make the bear run over the cliff, or whatever the case may be. Now, and I'm telling you, I think that the Lord did his big one when he made me.
Hold on, but Miss Jen, you can seduce the man. Hold on, Miss Jen, you can seduce the man and take him out while
I
he's
don't
trying
want
to
to because
approach you.
that's just the whole thing. Why should somebody have to go through all that with you?
Why you gotta go through all that with the bear?
Because I ain't had to compromise myself to get away from the bear.
Okay, y'all got it.
Y'all be doing too much sometimes. Y'all do. Women, I'm telling you, women, we meet you, and that's what we're trying to figure out. Is he safe? Is he safe? Do I feel safe with him?
Yeah, I feel the same thing about y'all.
Eric
Like,
Bain
am I
said
safe?
9 out of 10 men responded the bear. The men responded the bear because y'all know how you. Okay, so here's the question: Your daughter.
I'm picking the one. I'm picking the.
Your daughter. You gotta
Yeah.
leave your. Now this ain't no man you know now. Okay, so
I got you. I know.
your daughter in the woods with a man.
Mm-hmm.
Or with a bear. Now you ain't leaving them there to be friends. You just leaving them.
Yeah.
Who you leaving your daughter with?
The man. I would hope that we got a good man. The chances of finding a good bear, I think, is harder than finding a good man.
Okay,
and that's what drove men wild. Y'all making it seem like it is so.
Okay, watch dig this.
Go
Watch
ahead.
this. You got good friends?
Yes.
Okay, now I want you to think back to your high school friends, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to leave your daughter with one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You leaving her?
Yeah, a couple of them. Some of them I know their character, but yeah, absolutely.
Okay, but what about the one whose character you know, and the choice is him or the bear? Who you leaving your daughter with? Them or the
one
bear?
that I know that got bad character.
Bad character.
I would leave her. I would leave my daughter with him because I think she would have a better chance of fighting him off than she would fighting that bear off. Really? Y'all don't get the strength of a bear. Like we having this conversation like these things ain't huge.
A bear can't reason. He don't know the cliff is coming if you run and then you just jump out.
That's part of the thing too. You can at least try to reason with the human man.
That's a lot of things I'm gonna try to figure out for this bear. I promise for the Lord I am.
I can at least try to reason with the human. I can't reason with the bear.
Elaine said, if you do not own a pair of Timberlands, you cannot protect me.
What? I don't get that. I don't get that mean.
Erica said, I literally have run into 6 bears since I... What?
What?
She has literally run into 6 bears since she moved to LA during hikes. See, that's why I wouldn't be on no hikes, Erica.
Salute to her.
Because not one time was I harmed. I've also been followed, sexually harassed, and threatened. Oh, sorry. Actually harassed and threatened at least 20 times since moving to LA. See, she survived the bear. You got to know how to
the dudes too. Did anybody touch her? Did anybody try to touch her?
She said she was. Yes, that's what she said. She was harassed.
She said she been harassed.
Now, wait, now hold on. This ain't the kind of thing we want to be questioning.
I'm not questioning nothing. I'm just hoping that she made it. That the dudes ain't never actually try to do nothing to her, meaning physically.
Yeah, we don't want to touch that. Okay, so
yeah, I ain't talking late on that.
Elaine says she's a New Yorker. She's a New Yorker. You gotta have Timberlands in New York, baby. You what kind of man is you without Timbs down in New York? Not
That was part of my gear.
Were you from New York?
No, but Philly and everywhere else, everybody wear Timbs. Pretty much on the East Coast.
Erica, I would never go for. Listen, California seems beautiful, but it's too many, tigers and bears and things.
Oh my!
Tigers and lions and bears. Oh my! I can't do. That's why I don't like nature like that, because nature be tripping. I'm over here now where every now and then a deer be roaming or a coyote. I was getting ready to get out my car one night, and a coyote ran past my car door like he was just in the middle of the woods somewhere. I had to sit there for 20 minutes.
Here's my thing, right? Bears are not known to be sweet and gentle. As far as I know, everything I heard about bears, they're not known to be sweet or gentle like that.
You think?
No, they're not. But the bear is powerful.
Y'all, we would be over here fighting and carrying on that. You know what I think? I think that if 2 people is that big and bad and you want to start a war, I think you and that man should go meet up somewhere and y'all fight it out and may the baddest man win.
We talking about that? Yeah, I got strong feelings of that, especially now that my son's in the military. I got strong feelings on that.
They should not have to leave if you that big and bad and bold, go on down there and prove it.
But see, Miss Jen, unfortunately, and I'm in that predicament with my son. He signed up for this, so everybody talk trash about. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying for the people who get to start the whole thing. If
Yeah.
you that big, bad, and bold, why you gotta have these other people standing behind you for? Take you and the other man over there that's talking.
If you
Y'all
take
go
me out, I
meet up
can't lead
somewhere
y'all.
down there. Okay, but see, the baddest one gonna win though. That's the whole point. You that bad, prove it.
I
Var,
can't lead y'all if they take me out.
Var, did you try to
Huh?
get some? Did you, after you talked to your son and he was not willing to say, "I won't sign up"? Did you try to have some maybe ex-military people talk to him?
No, I mean he wanted to join the military since he was in the 8th grade. So like I came to him, I said, you got to make a decision on where you want your life to go. You got to choose a career path, and I came to him in 8th grade and he came back at me 6 months later, which means he thought about it and he said, Dad, I want to join the military. And my whole thing with him is you had to go to college and before you go to the military. And he seemed like he was on board, but when he turned, 18 and everything else, he was like, nah, I really want to go to the military and I'll do courses in there. They'll pay for it and different things of that nature. I couldn't really do anything about it. And yeah, so he joined. He did what he wanted to do. He told me he was going to be an MP, which meant he would be just a military cop or whatever, and never get deployed overseas and different things or be in a war per se, because military cops don't do it. And I got a letter from his troop leader that said they was happy that he was in the position that he was in. And I was like, hold on, he wasn't supposed to be there. He was supposed to be an MP. So he completely misled me. And then when I asked him about it, he said, I didn't want you to worry. So he put himself in a dangerous field, a very dangerous position in the military, that he wanted to be in. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be in the army. He wanted to defend the country. He wanted to be ready to fight. And that's what he's doing now. He's preparing himself every day for if they got to deploy him.
Well, I just hope he won't get deployed, and I will pray that I know even if you had 1,000 children, you don't
Yeah.
ever have one to sacrifice.
I only got one.
But you only have one, and
I got one in the dog. One of my dogs.
Yeah, that's very, very painful.
Yeah.
Because I know now with this new thing going on, people are just sitting on pins and needles who have sons and daughters in the military, particularly
Absolutely.
in the Marines. They don't know when they're going to be deployed, because when things get really rough, the Marines have to take up and go, and they just sitting on pins and needles. So I just feel bad for any person, any parent who has to sit, and you don't know when that Jeep is going to come in front of your house with the chaplain and one of the staff person. Oh, it's too much. But I know each person has the right to choose his or her own life. Children live their lives for us, but they don't realize how much a strain they put their parents in when they do this.
Absolutely. But he told me he wanted to be happy with what he was doing, and what he's doing making him happy. I mean, to the point where I can't even say too much because he just re-upped again. He literally just re-enlisted on a month ago. But I'm proud of him. He's about to be sergeant. They got him in the they put his name up to be sergeant. He's going to be corporal hopefully by the end of this month. So he's doing what he want to do, but he re-enlisted, knowing everything that's going on now. He still signed that paperwork. So I got to let him live his life.
Well, that's what I understand. That is his life. It is his life, and I admire you for saying you give him that space. But what I'm saying, they don't look at how much age is the parents and how much stress that you under. Every time you see one of those Jeeps, you wonder if I'm going to come home and that Jeep is going to be in front of my house. So
real quick, like I get what you're saying, but the crazy part is he understands. That's why I ain't gonna say lied, but that's why he told me to fib to begin with, because he knew how much I would be stressed out. So he knows how much I worry about him, and that's why he told me what he told me. But yeah, it's rough. It's rough. It's like, it's like, Dad, I know you worried, but hey, I'm gonna do me. I gotta live my life.
And
that's just what it is.
When they take those pledges, I've never pledged. I didn't pledge as in a sorority or anything, so I don't understand what these pledges mean to these people. But I had a friend tell me, now this is so sad. Well, first of all, we live in a country that a lot of us love and embrace. We don't agree with everything that goes on. But for you to pledge yourself to a flag, where that means it comes number one. And this person said that he would not break his pledge, even though he
Mhm.
loved his family and everything else. He would not break his pledge. So it seems to me the pledge comes. I don't want to say this, but if you look online, the pledge comes before the Creator or Almighty God. The flag is the first thing, and you pledge your life to something. Other people are making all these foolish decisions, but you're pledging to keep me and my family safe from the decisions at
Mhm.
many times that are made by government that don't even make sense, or they're not even in the benefit of the average person. But you go out every day and pledge your life. That's why we should be very careful, and we should pray for them and ask Father
Yeah.
to put a covering over them, because families who live like this, they're sitting on pins and needles. And particularly since this has been going on the news now, they're just waiting to see if their son, because they're going to need 1,000. I heard on the news, they just waiting to see if their son is going to be the one that's going to be deployed, or their daughter. So this, my heart goes out to anyone in this situation. But again, I know what you said. Each person must choose their own path. They have their own journey, but they don't really realize how much a strain this puts on the family.
Yeah. And I just had a granddaughter, so that makes it
Oh,
doubly
you
bad.
do
So,
have, so you do have a daughter. You never
well, I
had a
got a
daughter.
granddaughter. No, I got
Well,
a grand. I
that's
don't have a. Yeah, I got a
but
granddaughter. I
that's
don't have
gonna
a
be like
daughter.
your daughter. That would be like your daughter, because remember you said you never had a girl, so
Yeah,
this will be your girl.
absolutely, absolutely. It's rough. It's rough, but I salute them, and same thing with cops. Like, and firefighters and everybody. Like, where
Yeah,
we running out of a fire, they running into that thing.
that's
Where we running out of a bank on a holdup, they trying to get in there. So I look at them like the same way. Same thing with military. Despite whatever choices our government make that we agree or disagree with, they are still there to defend and protect the country.
that's
And I gotta respect him. And his whole goal was, he said, "Dad, I feel as though I got so much from the country, I want to give back, and this is part of my
because
way of giving back as well.
whatever the
It's not a
president,
money thing."
whatever the CEO signs off on, and whatever your commanding officers say, you don't question. You do. You're just
Yeah.
there to do. So it really is hard. And I think when hear somebody say, when they see a armed force person, thank you for your service, but you don't understand what that service entails. You don't understand
Hmm.
how many nights they stay out in the cold water, how people come in and attack their tents in the middle of the night, and they can't go back to sleep. You would never think of Vart sleeping in your shoes at night. All of these things that you take for granted. You can go home, you can get a shower, you can massage your
Hmm.
feet, and you can go to bed. You don't have to sleep fully clothed. It's just too much. It's really too
One
much.
more thing, real quick, like
Mhm.
since you mentioned that, real quick, like now my son's on a rotation for like the next month or so, where he got to be outside all week. He got to sleep outside all week. He got to
Oh,
be outside all week, and he can only come home on the weekends. So you just talk about like being outside and different things of that nature. That's what they have him doing. That's how they train. So
mm,
yeah, it's rough.
yep,
Mm.
it is.
Okay. Well, all right, y'all. I thank you guys as usual for coming up, and Vara, hope that your baby makes it back safe.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
no, he's not deployed yet. He's not deployed. Thank God. I'm hoping he don't get there, but yeah, he's not deployed yet. Not at all. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Oh my God, I probably wouldn't even be on here with y'all. I'll be on pins and needles. I don't
Yes.
know where my mind would. Matter of fact, maybe I would be, because I would have to take my mind off of it. So I probably would be here.
Yeah, but hopefully they get somewhere and sit down soon with all this.
Oh,
Because
Absolutely.
until they figure out what it's even about.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, as usual, I thank you guys for coming up. Daddy had dropped down already, but I thank you guys for coming up and talking and, being brave enough, because I know this is not an easy thing to do. Like, there are probably people that wish, like, I wish I would get up there, but I'm scared. I may say the wrong thing. But, are you guys nervous coming up?
No,
No,
I'm
never.
not nervous at all coming up. I am not. I think the only time that I really didn't really look forward to it was when we had a lot of Cat Eva versus stuff going. But since we are doing other things and talking about other parts of the show, it's been very, very rewarding for me. To see them when the writers were just so heavy on Cat and Eva, that was too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at, like, I'm talking to whoever's on the panel. Like, I don't never think about, hey, you're talking to however many people that's listening and different things of that nature. So I
And
think I would probably be the same way with TV.
What about in person? Y'all scared to get up and talk?
Oh,
In person, I never did it, but I don't think I would. I think once I start talking and flowing, I'll be good to go.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know unless I'm in it though.
I am too. I participate in church and do Bible teaching, so I would have no problem with that.
Okay. Well, like I always tell y'all, believe it or not, I'm shy. But
you got.
But you was a singer, right? Or you still a singer and whatever?
Mm-hmm.
And you would feel that way even on stage?
Yeah, but most entertainers are shy or introverted.
Oh, you're not meaning like you're shy to perform. You meaning you're just shy in your personal life, like at home and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, my attitude about performing is if that's what I've been paid to do and you done pull me in there to do it, or that's what it's about, I'm about to do it. But if I'm just somewhere, I don't want to be bothered with that because that's not what I'm here for. I'm not.
Yeah, they say that about most comedians and everything.
Yeah. I like to see other people sing and other people have a good time, because it ain't that deep for me. But yeah, I'm shy. I'm nervous until I hit the stage.
Gotcha.
And then there's no place for that on stage. Nobody cares about your nerves.
See, I'm not like the outgoing dude. Like that's my wife. Like I'm kind of like that too. Because my whole thing is, man, ain't nobody trying to hear my opinion. But with me actually coming up here is like, your opinion is, people want to hear your opinion, and your opinion is, I guess value in a way. You know what I mean? So it makes it easier for me to talk about different things. But yeah, I normally don't talk like this, like in a social setting.
I'm so quiet off stage. When I come off, or if I'm like signing autographs and stuff like that afterwards, or talking to people, meet and greet, I think they're like, oh, she acting like she a little bit stand up. I'm like, no, it's not that. It's just really, this is my personality for real, is that I'm really kind of more quiet and laid back.
I'll give you one quick story real quick. Like with that, like I was young and I had a friend that I was talking to. We was like real tight, female friend. We was real tight. And we were just talking on the phone all the time. We lived like a block away from each other. She said, you know what? We sit on the phone all the time and talk for hours. I'm coming to your house. Why am I just on the phone? She came to my house and was like, you're boring. I'm going to go home and call you on the phone. Because I don't talk that much in person.
No, she didn't She hit you with that. You boring.
Yeah, she was like, you're boring in person. I'm going home and talk to you on the phone. We was just friends, though. Truly just friends. It wasn't nothing going to happen. It wasn't nothing. We was just truly friends. But the fact that when I'm in person, I don't talk a lot. On the phone, I chit chat like I'm doing now.
I'd have been like, good then, go on in.
She did, and we talked for hours. It was cool. Absolutely.
Hold on one second. Gloria just said something. I thought about something I had. Let me see if I can put it up here right quick. Send it there. Yeah. It's the truth with you. Okay, like Gloria, since I've known Gloria since we were young, she's like, that's true what I'm saying. I'm up there and I'm like, yeah. Sometimes I will watch myself back after doing the show and I'm sitting there going, when did I say that? I don't even remember doing that because I'm so in the zone with what's going on. I don't even know how to say this stuff. Don't even know I done did that. I'm like, I did that. What?
I go back and listen to the replay sometimes and hear different things that I'm like,
do you ever say that about yourself when you listen to the replay?
Yeah, because I don't remember what I said a lot of times, and it was like, oh, I was in the zone, like I was just talking. Like I definitely go back and I listen to it and like, oh, I said that. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I've been there. Still, do you ever listen back to yourself?
Oh, I've listened to a lot of them. Yes, I do. I go back and listen to the replay. Yes.
Hey, Gloria. Gloria had come out to one of my shows, and so she came back. I was out there signing autographs. She came back there and took a picture with me. Came up and took a picture. I was just sharing the picture, Gloria.
Oh, that's a nice picture. Now, your picture that's on your recaps now, is that AI generated or is that really of you?
That's a AI generated picture of me.
Okay, I thought it was.
I thought you know what? In fact, Miss Lil, hold on one second. I think I have a picture of that picture. Well, this is the same day. This is the same thing. See? It just copied my outfit and everything I had on, but that's where they took the picture from.
They took it from. Yes.
I want to ask this question because I know you said you was going to watch it. Who do you think won, Tank or Tyrese?
Tank. and Tyrese. Okay, so here's the thing. I think that Tyrese. I'm glad you said this because I was intending to say something about this. So let me say it. Tyrese can sing. Let's not get twisted. But what Tank said about him, I don't know if you saw it in the interview afterwards, is that Tyrese he don't rehearse. And you can see the difference in the quality of what Tank brought and the quality of what Tyrese brought. Here's the other thing I thought about. Entertainers have to be very careful about who you have around you when you're entertaining. And if you look at Tank's side of the stage, it was all what? Professional. And on Tyrese's side of the stage, it was a bunch of people hyping you up, not having you in the right mind space. Yeah, he over there thinking he doing too much, da-da-da-da. And all of that was reflected in what happened when Tyrese got up, in my opinion. So you have to be careful who you have around you. I think they might have been
Tyrese was like.
I think Tyrese went way too far.
You do?
Yeah, I think.
On what part?
A lot of it. He was just going.
Okay.
He was just going too far. I mean,
and when he performed "Shamed on Me,"
did your song? Yeah, but they had to come see you in a hotel lobby, and it was too much. He was doing too much. He was doing too much. Because it went from being funny to being like, dude, stop. Just stop. But I'm just saying, on Tank's side of the stage, it was all professionalism going on. The band was there to sing. They were there following his lead. Like, it was tight over there, except for some of the people that come out there and sang with him. They could have stayed in the back. But Tyrese can sing. But Tyrese sounded to me like he had a couple drinks. You had been smoking. How was any of this conducive to what you came to do, sir?
Tyrese said he don't smoke or drink. I don't know if he do or not. I don't know, but he said he don't do nothing. I think. See, I perceived it a little bit differently. I thought Tyrese was just,
He's insecure too. But go ahead.
Yeah, I thought Tyrese was just out there trying to entertain in a different way. I thought he was actually, I thought he was in on the jokes with him and Tank, because they actually are real cool together. Like, they real cool. They got the group or whatever. And I thought he was just playing into all the jokes and whatnot. And I don't know, when he did "Shame on Me," I thought he killed it.
Yeah, not something like I said.
Like,
Tyrese
that was amazing.
Even leading up to it, Tyrese was like, "Well, one thing I know, Tank coming in here to sing, and I sing off key sometimes, and I'm like, he's insecure. I've always thought Tyrese is insecure, and Tyrese is insecure about his skin color. Tyrese is insecure about his looks. Tyrese is insecure about himself and about his singing. Like, and he got so much. Like, one day, brother, you're gonna look back at pictures of yourself and say, "What was I thinking?"
You really think I heard him call himself handsome all the time.
No, I've seen stuff of him talking about himself for real and his insecurities.
Okay.
Like, he's insecure about himself. Like, he said that people always told him that he was ugly, he had big lips, he was black, he was this, he was that. And his self-esteem is low. But like I said, I saw stuff and I saved that of him talking about, Tank gonna come out there and he gonna sing, and I'm gonna tell y'all now, I sing off key. I'm gonna tell y'all now, it ain't gonna be this and that. So I was shocked when I turned it on and he was talking all this other stuff like, you ain't nothing, and you singing hotel lobbies, and was your stuff ever number one? And it was just too much, because even Tank at the end was like, brother, we supposed to end on a high note, and you still over here doing the da 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 da. It was too much. But anyway, I think that they're both great singers. I don't really know who I think is Tank can do more with his voice, but Tyrese got that voice that we as women we like. We like. Erica said, I was shocked because his presence isn't big or confident in person. Right, Erica, that's what I'm saying. And then when Tank hit him with the, "Why don't you take your shirt off?" I was like, y'all. And then again, this is again why we would rather be stuck with the bear. Why do y'all have to do so much?
He's playing around though, man. Come on, that was just playing.
But like
that was just playing.
I think every home should have one. I do. Every home should have one. I do. I told you, God did his big when he made me, and he did. He did his thing.
All righty.
Let's get ready to get on out of here. Miss Lil, thank you so much for coming up tonight.
And thank you for having me. You have a great week.
Tell E-Daddy we said good night.
I sure will.
All right. See you next week.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Right, bye-bye. And Var, as usual, you come up here and you be ready to just get some ArGa going.
I don't do nothing.
It don't matter. In the chat, they can get it. Up here, they can get it.
Anybody can get it.
But anyway, thank you so much for coming up, and be sure to say hi to Mrs. Var, as we like to call her around here.
Absolutely enjoy my time. You have a good evening or good night. I'm saying evening.
Wait, Erica said Var going ArGa for sure.
All right, y'all.
All right, bye-bye. Excuse me. Hold on one second. I'm still trying to talk. But okay. Let me see. Let me clear that out. All right. Belinda says, good night, everyone. I'm going down slow. Be blessed. All right. I'm getting ready to get out of here too. And Erica, thank you so much for taking the time to come over and hang out with us, because I know you got a wonderful channel over there. You guys be sure to follow Erica Vane TV. She really lays her stuff out very differently, I think, from anybody else offering content about this show and the other shows that she talks about as well. So go over there and follow our sister as well. And thank you so much for spending the time over here with us. And we look forward to having you up on the panel again as well. Thanks again to those who were sponsors for tonight. Bilo Didi, thank you for being a sponsor for this live tonight for the open panel. Myrtle Tensler, we also thank you for being a sponsor. Peggy, thank you for being a sponsor. Also to Missy Lane, thank you for being a sponsor. As well as Jazzy Poetess, thank you for being a sponsor. And to Gloria Bowman, thank you for being a sponsor. KB Mommy, thank you for being a sponsor. And Jasmine Williams, thank you for being a sponsor. We thank all of you guys because of you is the reason why we're able to come over here and do what we do. Let me find my outro for you guys. I make time and make all this stuff. Now I got to use it and do. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves tonight. I did. I had a good time. All right, gatekeepers. What a night. What a conversation. Let me get back to the live comments so I can see those as they're coming in. What a night. What a conversation. And listen, we are still pushing because we got a chance to get that panel open. Okay. I thank you guys so much for coming over and sharing your thoughts with us, being brave enough to share your thoughts with us. And because I know that's not an easy thing for everybody to do. Hold on one second, you guys. Okay, thank you guys for holding. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, this is what Friday nights are all about. The Friday Night Fish Fry and Family Feud open panel, baby. When I tell you the conversation was on fire tonight, y'all showed up and y'all showed out. And I want to thank each and every one of you that came up on the panel that added to the conversation. Those of you down in the chat, Gloria says she'll bring the hot sauce next Friday. Baby, y'all put the hot sauce on the conversation tonight. You did. Real voices, real opinions, real moments. And of course, thank you to everyone who supported tonight and helped make it happen. You are truly appreciated as our sponsors. And we want to send some special shout outs to you. And Dee Dee, we hope you're feeling better. Belinda, we hope that your grandson continues to feel better as well and continues to heal. Now, before we get out of here, let's take a moment to thank the entire gang for all that you all do over here. Let me hit this graphic before we get out of here.
Katie Mommy, Bilo Didi, Destiny H, Cousin Linda, Elaine T, Belinda Hill, and the Raven Maniac. Thank you.
That's right. If you're down in the live chat, the panel, or catching the replay, you are part of what keeps this community strong and growing. So if you're watching the replay, don't forget to drop in the comments and let your voice be heard as well, because the conversation doesn't stop here. I do hope that you've had yourself a great day. But if not, remember there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? It was good arguing with y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.